Hello everyone, this is your friend from Naruto Audio Fanfics, and we are back once again with a brand new fanfic. Which is what if Naruto awakened to the truth of the world and changed it with Hinata Hyuga as his wife Part 1. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to hit the like button, thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing Naruto fanfics like this. So without wasting any more time, let's start today's fanfic. Hello ladies and gentlemen, how are you all? Sorry I have not been uploading on here, it has been a crazy and sometimes a shitty year. First, I walked in on my girl banging two guys on my bed. So, I throw her and them out after I beat the shit out of the guys, of which one of them was a friend of mine. After that I was in a small depression and hated life. Then my mother died, the person that got me out of my depression and helped me not to hate life died. After that I took time to find meaning in life and banged a few girls and lost 100 pounds. I am now getting back into writing and life again. So, I am writing this new story that will also be a harem story with Hinata as the head girl and a lot of. It will be mostly smut with plot. There will be in lime also swearing and bashing people. There will be a lot of girls, not all will be in the harem, some will be just bangs or a one-nighter. If you want to see a girl in here just or some kinky, just message me. There will be some kinky shit in here, so if you do not like, do not read. If you are looking for an NPC or some other PC bullshit, look somewhere else. They are not my thing. If they are yours, then this story will not be to your liking, and good lucky finding something to read. No hate mail or flamers. If you have some ways of how I might make the story better or an ideas you want to see, just message me and I will see what I can do. In this story Naruto will be about the same strength but smarter and will be better off than he was in the show. The story starts off after Jiraiya throws Naruto off the cliff. Naruto fell and fell. Come on you stupid fox, help me out here, Naruto yelled, trying to bring out the fox's chakra, but instead of bring out the fox he was pulled into his mind. In Naruto's mind. Naruto wakes up in his mind and looks around. Where the hell is this place? Naruto yelled. You are in your mind, Kit, said a loud and deep voice behind a large cage. Naruto looks around and sees you as talking. Oh, the Nine Tails is getting out, Naruto yells and runs around. Think of Naruto running around like how Charles Brown runs around. The Nine-Tail sweat drops and look at him like Naruto is the biggest idiot in the world. No you moron, I am not breaking out. I am here to make a deal, the fox stated with a smile. Wait, what? You want to make a deal? Like I give you my soul you get freedom? Naruto asked with his same idiot look on his face. The fox's sweet drops. No you moron, but more on our deal later. For now, go down that hall over there, the fox stated and points to an hallway, and find a door that says, sealed memories, and go through it. Why? Naruto asked. Just do it. You will thank me later, the fox said with a smile. Fine, Naruto said and walked down the hall. As he got to the door and looked at it. Should I really do this? I mean, foxes can be tricky. This could be a trick to get my soul or something, Naruto said to himself, but something in him just told him to do it. As Naruto opens it and walks in, he was met with a memory. Flashback. Do we really need to do this? Asked a wild hair older lady. Yes, it needs to be done. For his and the village's good, an older man than Naruto saw as a grandfather, the third Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi said. But this feels so wrong. He is their son and he deserve better, the woman said, looking at the group. Said group looks down and away from Naruto, who was in a chair and was drowsed and could not move. He was about 8 years old. I know soon, but we need to put these seals on him, the third Hokage said sadly. But why? He did not do anything wrong, and you said yourself these seals may hurt him in the long run, the woman now known as Sum stated. Yes, they may hurt him, but the village will hate him more and he will hate the villagers and village more if do not put the seals on him, the third said, waving his hand to tell an Anbu to start the seals. What do these seals do? Asked a blonde man asked. Well, Inoichi, since you sealed his memories up until now beside a few selected ones. This one, the Hokage said holding up one seal, is called childhood lasting. it will prolong his childhood attitude and make him more forgiving like a child is. Now this one holds the other seal up, is call, the love of all, it makes him want to make everyone happy and wants to be friends. Also, he will want love anywhere he cannot find it before and will do anything to get that love, the Hokage said. Will these seals hurt his body or mind? Asked a man wearing glasses and a long coat. No Shibi. They do not make him stupid or make him weak. They just make him easier to control and very forgiving, the third stated. So, you are brainwashing him, a large man stated. No Choza, we will not be brainwashing him, the third said with his hands up. Really? Because telling him over and over that the village is family and you need to protect the village as a whole before your own family or his own good is not brainwashing. Because I know you yourself have told him to sacrifice himself for the good of the village. Are you making him a weapon? Soom growled out. I would never do that to anyone, the third yelled. You could have fooled me, Soom stated as she walked out of the room. That was the last thing he remembered as the world goes black. End of flashback. Son of a bitch, Naruto yells and runs to the fox. So it is safe to say you remember what happened, the fox said. Yes, I saw the memory right before 2 seals were put on me, Naruto said with a growl. Good, that was the one I wanted you to see. Those seals did other things to you besides what the old bastard stated, the fox said to him. What do you mean? Naruto asked the fox dumpily. Well, that childhood lasting seal did make you forgive and made you childlike for longer like he said, but it also stunted your lust and made you an idiot, you the other, and in general, stated the fox simple. Did the third know about that? Naruto asked, hoping that his stand-in grandfather did not mean to hurt him more than he already has. I don't know, but even if he did not mean it to be that way, it still hurt you that way, the fox said plainly. You are right, Naruto said looking down. So what is this deal you wanted to make? Well, this deal has 3 parts. Part 1, you will free me, and I will give you 8 tael worth of my chakra. Part 2, once you free me and you find your first mate, I will become the next and you will breed me and give you a child. Part 3, the fox said, being cut off by Naruto. Wow, hold your horses. I have 3 questions for you. Okay, ask. First, what do you mean, when I get my first mate? Oh, because you are an Uzumaki and not only are you the new head of the clan, you are also the leader of the Landa Whirlpool. So, you will need many mates to please you, the fox said. Okay, then what about me breeding you? How can a breed with enlarged chakra fox? Naruto asked. Oh, that's easy, the fox said, changing into a dark-skinned girl with large and enlarged, think of foxy love from Drawn Together. So, you are female. I am genderless, I can choose what gender I want to be at any time, the fox stated. Okay, question 3, how am I going to free you and why should I? Ow, that is easy. If you investigate who put me in here, you will find a way. You should free me because I will become your loyal pet and help you with anything you want, the foxy girl said with a smile. Wow, what is the third part? Part 3 is that you free the other tail beast and we will help you with anything your heart's desires, and I will teach and give you 3 things that will help you gain an army of women and soldiers, the fox said. Naruto almost pass out at that. What? What do you mean what? I can see your inner mind. I know you want an army of female to please you before they put those seals on you, and you will need an army of those loyal to you to gain power you will need in the future. If you say so. So how do I get you out of there? Naruto asked. You can find out by going to the Hokage and telling him that the Yellow Flash and the Red Hot Habanera's Legion will be wakened to his trust self, the fox said. What does that mean? Tell him that and tell him the fox told you that and will tell you more if he does not. Oh, okay. So do we have a deal? She asked. Sure, Naruto said and bumps his fist with the fox as the fox forces about 3 taels worth of chakra into Naruto and broke both of his seals and brought him into the real world. Real world. Jiraiya watched as Naruto fell. Ya! Naruto yelled as chakra goes all around him and him summons the boss of the toads. Jiraiya, how dare you summon me here, you worthless pervert, yelled the large toad. The previous is up on the cliff's edge. I am Naruto Uzumaki. Nice to meet you. So the worthless pervert had you sign the contract? The toad that was big as in house asked. Yes, and then throw me off of the cliff so I could call on the fox's chakra. Meet the fox and made a deal so I could use his chakra. Now the fox just said that the one that hate you smoking so much legion lives on in me. Whatever that mean, Naruto said as the fox was speaking in his mind. But the only one that hated my smoking was the large toad said until he saw Naruto and he put two and two together and saw a mini Minato. You are he was cut off by Naruto. The fox said, so now you know, but the third and Jiraiya has to tell me the truth and make everything up to me, Naruto said. I see. So how about I take you and Jiraiya to the Hokage Tower so you can know what that means and then you can talk later over some sake later. Sure, Naruto said, grabbing a hold of him as the toad jumps out of the cavern. The large toad jumps out of the cavern and lands right by a screaming Jiraiya. Oh hey Gamma, Jiraiya said, being cut off. Shut it, previous, you and this tadpole and the old monkey need to talk now and tell him the truth. What? Jiraiya started to talk until Gamma grabbed him and jumped to the Hokage Tower. It took only a few seconds to get to the tower. Right before he jumped onto the tower, he stopped and carefully got on it and went to the window where the Hokage's office is and opened it and threw Jiraiya into it. Old monkey, this pervert, throw this tadpole down a cavern to draw the fox's chakra out, Gamma said, putting his hand with Naruto to the window so Naruto could get in, which he did. Also, he and the fox can talk, and the fox told him about the tadpole before him, the large toad said as the Hokage goes pale and looks over to Naruto, who was giving him a look that could kill. Now you will tell him everything or we will. Also, the monkey summon clan will hear about this, Gamma said before disappearing into a puff of smoke. Old man, we have a lot to talk about, Naruto said to the Hokage. And cut right there. What do you guys and girls think? Tell me what you liked and did not like. Now for this story there will only be one wife and that will be Hinata because I like her. All the other girls will either be concubines or slaves or one night stand. You will decide which girls are in the harem and where they stand in it. Also, if you think they have an kink or you want to see a kink, PM me and I will see what I can do. This will be a crossover, like I will bring elements from other anime and comics and other media. Let me know if you can think of anything that you would like to see and hear. No haters and no flamers or trolls. It has been a few weeks since Naruto found out about the seals on his body and who his parents were, thanks to him yelling and throwing things in the Hokage office. Once he found out who his father was, he lost it. He throws things and broke the Hokage's deck. He called the Hokage and Jiraiya spineless worms for won him over and not telling him who his parents were when Naruto begged and cried for him to tell him who they were when Naruto asked, and not only that, he never made sure Naruto eat or taken care of when Naruto was younger and lived by himself. Jiraiya was on Naruto's shit list for not checking up on him, and Naruto was not buying the whole I need to check on him spy network and to protect Naruto from the enamels of his fathers and Jiraiya. I mean, how was Naruto supposed to protect himself and the village if he was not trained and well taken care of? Right now, Naruto was waiting for his match at the Chunin exams. He was in his standard orange jumpsuit with a smile, thinking of what happened after he walked out of the Hokage's office. Flashback. God damn and hypocrites. Tell me I must be truthful to them and sacrifice my happiness for the village. When one does not give up on banging his old teammate and the other one lost his family to that stupid job. I mean, why put the strongest warrior behind a deck and make him decide how the sewer system works? I mean, really, what does a warrior know about paperwork? Naruto rants as he walks to where the fox told him to go. They are morons. I mean, make a strong man sit on his all day and not work his mind and body, make him a sissy little bitch that will cave to the whim of the council and the weak, the fox girl said on her new bed that Naruto made for her in his mindscape. Yay. So where are we going and why? Naruto asked her. You are going to the Uzumaki Mask Shrine. I still don't get it. How did the council cover my clan so easy? I mean my clan's symbol is still on the Chunin vests and part of the village headband and people just act as we never were alive. I know my master, we will make everyone know the name of Naruto Uzumaki in the future and make them beg for forgiveness, the fox stated. Right, Kurama? Naruto said as he walks to the door and walks in. Man, this place has seen better days. Yes, it has. Now you see all the masks. There are hundreds of them, and we only need 3. Yes, I do. Which ones do I need? You will need the mask of past lives. It is blue and red, Kurama said, and Naruto finds it. Good, now grab it with the gloves on. You will also need the mask of you of all worlds. It is black and gray. Naruto find it and grabbed it. The last one for now is the human limits breaker. It is orange and black. Naruto grabbed it. Okay, now that I have these, what do I do? First, go to your sperm's donor's and mother's house. Why? These masks will release a lot of power and chakra that may make litter ninja bitches shit and pee themselves, and besides after you will need rest. Okay, Naruto said and ran to the house the Hokage said was his and give him a key. Naruto opened it and went in. As he got to the door there was a glowing seal that broke. What was that? Naruto asked. That was a blood seal that opened for you because of the sperm donor, Kurama stated, not calling the 4th Hokage Naruto's father because no father worth that title and honor would make their child into a weapon without the child's say. Even a leader would not do that. It just shows everyone that they are disposable. Okay, let's get this done. I hate this place, Naruto stated as he looked around and walked to some rooms. Okay, then first you will need to know all of these masks will give you power, but with all things that give you power it will cost you something. Lucky for you these ones cost chakra, which you have plenty of, and I will give you more if needed. Now first one will be the human limit breaker. Okay, Naruto said as he put the mask on and yells as power went through him and as he felt his chakra being taken. He felt like his muscles were being ripped and his bones were being broken. It felt like it lasted hours but was really minutes. As he got done, he laid on the floor and rested for about an hour. As he got up, he saw himself in mirror that was in the room he was in. He looked older and more ripped and like he was made from rock. Damn, Naruto said to himself. Hello, Kurama yelled in Naruto's mind and did a wolf whistle. So, you like? Naruto asked with a smirk. Yes, master, your pet loves it, Kurama said, rubbing her legs together. Now which mask is next? Naruto asked as he tried to get commutable in his clothing that was now too small. You will need to rest for now. Your body needs time to get use it itself, and we can still train in your mind about woman, and if you do good I will teach you how to sign the summoning scroll for all canines, Kurama said with a perverted smile on her face. You're on, Naruto stated and laid on the couch and went into his mindscape where Kurama giggled and laid down showing off her legs and her chocolate tits. Come to master my fox, Naruto said walking through the bars of the cage with a perverted smile on his face. Next day. Okay, now which mask should I use? Naruto asked the next morning after eating some food he had in and seal. The past lives one will be next. Okay, Naruto said and put it on. He yells again, but this time it was his head. He saw all of his past lives. He saw himself Hashirama Senja as he used his wood style to fight the 9 tails and an Uchiha. He also saw himself as Asura Otsutsuki fighting his brother. Not only did he get their memories but also got their moves and powers. Was that my past lives in this world? Naruto asked the foxy girl. Yes, it was. I know you would need their knowledge and powers in the future, but I did not know you wear those past lives. Now rest again, then you can sign the scroll, then last mask after that. A few hours later after signing the scroll. Okay, now let's use this last mask, Naruto said and puts it on. He yells for the last time as he sees himself from different universes and he gets the knowledge of them. He saw that in some he was a loser. Some he was a god and every woman and or man he wanted. He saw some that he looked just like himself and others he looked so much different. There were some that caught his eyes, one being where he was called Peter Parker aka Spider-Man. In that world he was one of the heroes of that world along with some people Naruto grow to respect and want to be like Steven Rogers aka Captain America along with a group called the Avengers. He also saw himself as one called Koichi Madanbashi who was a very perverted man that got more powerful when he touched tits. Also, there was Issei Hyodo that had the boosted gear that got him more powerful when he had perverted thoughts. There was also Sator once like the universe where his whole village is wrapped and killed by goblins right in front of his face. Naruto saw many more lives of himself in many universes. Naruto hated and loved that at the same time. Naruto saw that through all of these memories he was an idiot when it comes to women, but they still surrounded him and wanted him. He vowed to change that big time. So, Master is a bigger pervert than I know, Kurama said with a giggle. You know it, babe. Now I will need time for all of these memories, and I think I may get some of their powers, Naruto said moving around. That would help you a lot. What did you think about some of those worlds? Kurama asked. Some of those worlds I like, other not so much, but enough of that I have a lot of work to do before the Chunin exam and I just got some great ideas for them, Naruto said with a large grin on his face. End of flashback. Naruto was pulled out of his thought as a voice calls his name. Naruto Uzumaki and Neji Hyuga come down, yelled the ref for the match. Naruto and Neji both walked down to the stadium floor into the fighting area. Ready to lose to fate? Neji asked, pissing off Naruto. Would you just shut the hell up about fate, or are you fate's little bitch? Naruto asked, mocking him. You two stop. The fight will begin soon. Are you both ready? Yes, Neji said, getting into his gentle fist stance. Before you start the fight, read this, Naruto said, handing the ref a note and puffed into smoke showing he was a shadow clone. The Genma read the note and his eye widened. As he got done reading it, he looked over to the Hokage who nodded with a look of shame. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is between Neji Hyuga and the son of Kushina Uzumaki and Minato Namikaze. Also, the holder of the Nine Tails Fox, Lord Naruto Uzumaki, the ref yelled as the stadium was shocked quiet. The stadium started to shake and the doors to the fighting area throw open and metal men started to walk into it two by two. As the platform they were holding with Naruto on it got to the middle of the ring, Naruto jumped down. For the metal men, think of any metal or stone statue that walks and can obey orders. Did you miss me? Naruto asked with a grin. He was now wearing tight shirt with a leather jacket over it and cargo pants with boots on. He also had a round shield with the Uzumaki seal on it, and think of some of the stuff Captain America wears in some of his comics, but instead of red, white and blue it is just orange, and on his gloves he had web shooters. The whole stadium was quiet. No one made a sound. What the? Is that really Naruto? Yelled Kiba as Akamaru, his dog partner, barked at him to shut up as an alpha is present. So, can we start? Naruto asked the ref. What? Oh yes. You two ready? Yes, Neji said, pissed off. Let's party, Naruto said. Fight, the ref yelled. Neji ran to Naruto with his Byakugan on and hit Naruto's chakra point hard and fast and Naruto fell to the ground. Neji smirked and turned around. Does not matter what you look like or what you call yourself, fate had made me the winner, Neji said, walking until he heard laughing. Is that all you have? Naruto asked, wiping the dirt off himself. How are you up? Neji asked, shocked. Oh, this jacket is more than to make me look good. You see, during this month while you were sucking fates, I was learning more about myself and clan, and do you know what I found out? My clan was one of the strongest in history and it took almost all the countries and the hidden village to take them out. Do you know why was that? It was because my clan was known for three things. One was sealing, the second was metal working, the last was our stamina. Everyone that know my clan before the council whipped it from the history books know that, but there were two other things that almost no one know, and those were we had dirty on every clan because we were master spies. The last one was we were masters at seduction. Naruto said. So, what? Neji yelled. So, I know all about the Byakugan and its secrets from when one of my forefathers gave one of the main branch's females a mind-blowing orgasm and she spilled the beans on the secrets of your bloodline when she was out of it, Naruto stated. Up in the stands the Hyuga head and elders were sweating like crazy. No, you can't tell the Seker. Hiashi Hyuga know what he was talking about since it was one of his grandmothers that spilled the secrets before her wedding, and she was scared about her wedding. The head of the clan and Hinata's waste of skin father yelled from the stands before he was cut off by Naruto throwing and hitting his head with his shield and it went back to Naruto. Oh, I can't now. It is not like you can stop me, Naruto said to him. We will give you anything, Hiashi yelled. Really now? Naruto thinks it over. Hey loser, the match is STI. Neji was cut off by Naruto throwing the shield again but Neji dodged it. Ha loser cannot Eve. Again Neji was cut off but this time he was hit behind his head knocking him out. Neji is unable to battle, Naruto wins, yelled the ref. Everyone was shocked again. Okay, for all of the clans here, in a week's time you all will meet me at the Uzumaki clan mask shrine and we will talk about what I want from you to not sell all of this dirty secrets off, Naruto stated as all the clan heads started to sweat. Naruto walks out of the battle area with the metal men. He then went up to the fighter waiting room. Naruto walked and sat down. What? Naruto asked looking at all the shocked faces looking at him. Troublesome baka, said the lazy Nara clan heir Shikamaru. Oh, shut it, I do not need lip from a clan full of cuckold fetish people, Naruto said to him, and everyone sees Shikamaru and his clan also blush. How did you know about that? Shikamaru asked Naruto the open secret that his clan had. It was a secret, but they did not try to hide it. It was too troublesome to hide it. My family know a lot about most of the clans around the world. I just used yours as an example of what I know because your clan did not hide it well and were knowing to say it was troublesome to have with a woman besides to procreate. Why do you think all female clan members are always pissed off? They need to get laid and bad, but since my clan is gone, they are not here to help with that, and your clan almost stopped because you did not want to be judged wrong, Naruto stated. Almost of the female Naras all nodded in agreement. And you are not judging us. Why would I care as long as everyone involved knows and consent and there was no cheating? Why I would care? Naruto said to him. Right now, that Naruto is done with his shit, let's start the match between Shikamaru of the Leaf Village and Temari of the Sand Village, yelled Genma. Troublesome to fight a girl, Shikamaru said. The rost his hand. Ref Iku, Shikamaru was cut off by Naruto kicking him over the railing. That's what you get for saying something so. I mean, women and men can be great fighters, yelled Naruto with a smirk, knowing Temari is going to mess him up after hearing him say that. Come here and take it like a man, you little boy, Temari said, getting her battle fan off her back and opens it. You two ready? Fight? The ref asked. Why are women so troublesome and why do I have to fight one? Shikamaru asked, looking to the sky. Oh, that is it, you pig, Temari yelled and blow him out of the ring. Okay then, the winner Temari of the Sand, the Genma anointed to the crude, looking at a very pissed off Temari. Temari puts her fan away and walked into the waiting room where Naruto was smirking at her. Good job, my dear, Naruto said as he grabbed her hand and kissed it. Thank you, my good sir, Temari said with a blush and looked away. I wish Naruto-kun was kissing my hand, thought of blushing and playing with her fingers together Hinata. Soon, my dear Hinata, soon, Naruto said to himself as he now knows about Hinata liking him and how to read woman from Kurama. He told himself that he would pay her back for all the time she tried to help and talk to him but could not because of either being shy or her family telling her to stay away from him. Damn, I wish that kid was kissing my hand, stated the purple hair snake lover Anko. Anko, he is like 14 inches, yelled her friend and Hinata's teacher Kurenai Yuhi. So, what? He is hot and he is legal. Old enough to kill, old enough to drink, and, Anko stated with lust in her eyes. There was some in the crowd that agreed with the purple hair girl but did not want to be seen as. The other matches, nothing happened until the match between Sasuke and Gaara. Sasuke did not show up and was nowhere to be seen. The fight between Sasuke and Gaara will be postponed for 20 minutes, the ref Genma yelled to the crowd. Gaara was getting madder and madder. Not only was Mother yelling in his head that she wanted the Uzumaki's blood but also the fox's blood. Mother would not be quiet until she tasted blood. He was staring down Naruto as he walked down to the fighting area. Where is Sasuke-kun? A pink-haired girl asked. I don't know, but more importantly, how the hell did Naruto the dope the dead last the loser of all people get all that info and so hot, stated a blonde-haired girl. I don't know Ino, but he was changing a little bit, but he was a dope still and never that smart, the pinky hair said. How to not know Sakura? You are one of his teammates, Ino stated. I do you not know because I did not watch him. I was watching Sasuke and learning from Kakashi-sensei to watch an idiot like him, Sakura stated. Yay, that makes sense, Ino stated while others around them sweat dropped hearing them. How can she say stuff like that about a teammate and comrade? Kiba's sister Hana Inuzuka to her family. I don't know, but she has always been like that even in the academy. I bet that if the Uchiha asked her to suck his in the middle of a war she would be on his faster than a bomb can go off, Kiba stated. That is not how comrades should be, stated their mother, the leader of their clan Sume Inuzuka. Yea, that is true, but from what I hear she is changing, but her change is like a snail pace, Kiba said. If you say so, son, Sume stated, hitting her son's back. As this is going on, Naruto is watching the clock in the old Hokage. Go ahead, you kissing old man, help the Uchiha out more, Naruto thought to himself. When will I get to taste blood? Gaara yelled. Damn kid, it may be soon. Genma said sweet drops and starts to yell. Sasuke Uchiha is not her. He was cut off by a guff of smoke. Are we late? The one-eyed ninja Kakashi asked. No. You are just on time for your bullshit late arrival thing like always, you one-eyed dumb, yelled Naruto. Shut it, dope, or come down here and fight me, loser, Sasuke yelled at Naruto. Hey Uchiha, I already won my fight, and besides, why should I fight you if you can't even beat the clock? How are you going to beat the one-tails holder? Naruto said out loud. Everyone that did not know froze and looked at Gaara. How do you know? Temari asked, shocked that Naruto know. I hold the 9 tails and am an Uzumaki. We can just tell these kind of stuff, Naruto said, leaning his head down on the chair with a hat he unsealed over his eyes. Do you really need to be so troublesome, young Naruto? Shikamaru's father Shikaku asked. Yes, I do, because it is fun, Naruto stated, looking past Shikaku to Shikamaru's mother Yoshina and gave her look that Kurama taught him that turned woman on but would either make men want to fight him over of their place on the food chain or run away. She was blushing and rubbed her legs together. Troublesome kids, Shikaku said, shaking his head, and Naruto laid his head back down. I am what I am, Naruto said with a smirk as the match started. Sasuke and Gaara exchanged blows with each other. Sasuke threw kunai and shuriken at Gaara, but Gaara's sand stopped it, and then Gaara sent some sand at Sasuke. Sasuke dodged it and then activated his Sharingan and tried to keep out of Gaara's range. Gaara then throws sand spears faster at him and a sand bomb. Sasuke then jumped onto the wall of the ring and his hand started to glow with lighting and what sounded like hundreds of birds. What the is that? My so-called sensei? Naruto asked Kakashi as he come up behind Naruto. That is the Chidori. Is it an assassin technique that I came up with to try to surpass your father's own technique, the Rasengan? Kakashi said. Do not call that waste of skin my father, he is just a sperm donor to me, Naruto stated. Do not say that your father was a great man, Kakashi yelled at him. And how would I know that? I know nothing about him. Besides, what kind of great man make not only his son into a weapon but also a child under his protect and authority? Naruto asked him. He had no choice, Kakashi stated back. Really? He had no choice. Because I know he could have used many different seals, but he picked the Reaper Death Seal to suck the fox's chakra and give it to me, but if he used any different seal it would have only sealed the fox. He could have also sealed the fox back into my mother and the fox would have healed her because the fox does not want to die. That way I would have at least have had a mother that could have raised me, but know that sperm donor wanted an weapon for the Leaf Village, Naruto stated to Kakashi as Naruto saw what happened that night of the ceiling. Naruto, I underst. Kakashi was cut off by an explosion and bird feathers started to fall to the ground. I see some fun is happening, Naruto said and thought. I told you Kurama that there would be some fun today after I found that bleeding guy that we took to the hospital a few nights ago, that there would be a party today. You were right, master, Kurama said. With a smile and jumped to the roof of the stadium and yells, all metal men protect the citizens and kill all those that are attacking. If they surrender, bring them to me, Naruto yelled, and the metal men start to move all around and goes after some ninjas from the sand village. Naruto then goes to where the cages are and see a bearer in his way. What are you doing here, brat? Demanded an Anbu from the leaf. Well, I was going to break this wall so you can help the Hokage, but if you do not want me here, I guess I will leave, Naruto stated and turned around to leave. No, don't leave. Please save the Hokage, asked a purple hair female Anbu as she kneels. Let me think about it, Naruto said just as a large pillar of chakra shot into the air in the forest around the leaf. Gaara is releasing the one-tails. Oh fine. Seal breaker, Naruto said as the shield he had started to glow. He walked to the chakra wall. You will never get through, you little bitch boy, said a redhead smiling. Really? Naruto asked as he punches the wall with the shield, and it breaks through like knife through paper, because I just did. Naruto the turns to the Anbu, protect the Hokage and arrest these four. I need to take care of a pest, Naruto said and jumped to the pillar of chakra. It took Naruto a few minutes to get to where the chakra was coming from. Well, this is a cluster, Naruto said as he walked into a clearing to see the one-tails. Naruto used some of my chakra to call the fat toad and Fluff, Kurama said through a giggle at the nicknames she gave the summon bosses. Naruto called on all the chakra he could and throw his hands to the ground and two puffs of smoke come out of the ground and two figures come out. One was Gamabunta, the head of the Toad Summon clan, and the other is Exon, the leader of the whole canine clan. What do you need now, pup? Said Exon. You were a large pure white wolf that stood 8 feet taller than Gamabunta. What is it, tadpole? The large toad. Well, if you two large great leaders of two great clans can help me with that large rodent, I will be gratefully, Naruto said as he pointed to the one-tails. Oh, I see little Shukaku is coming out to play, Exon said turning around and smiled. How are you so happy about fighting a tailed beast? Gamabunta said taking his sword out and unsheathed it, pointing it at Shukaku. I always wanted to fight a tailed beast, Exon. Sure. Let's go, Gamabunta said. They both jumped at the one-tail. The last thing Naruto saw before blacking out was Exon biting Shukaku's left ear and Gamabunta cut Shukaku's body. It has been a week since the failed invade of the left and Naruto is still out. He had many visitors. He was visited by his godfather Jiraiya and the third Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi, who survived thanks to Naruto breaking the barrier of chakra that Orochimaru put up. He was also visited by all the clan heads, but more importantly some of the girls that he knows came to visit him. Out of all of those that visited him, none visit him more than Hinata. She visits him at least twice a day and would stay for as long as she could without it affects her ninja work and training. She would bring ramen in the hope he would wake up and eat with her. She would also read to him when she could. There was a problem one time when Hinata walked in on the nurse giving Naruto a sponge bath. Hey Naruto-kun, I brought yo. Hinata stopped what she was saying as she saw the nurse lift up Naruto's hospital gown and was cleaning his leg, and Hinata looked down and saw Naruto's was semi-hard from the feeling of being touched. Hinata blushed and passed out from the nosebleed. The nurse smiled and put her into the chair right by Naruto. It was an hour until she woke up. Hello there, beautiful, did you sleep well? Naruto asked. Hinata said as she woke up. Naruto-kun, Hinata yelled and blushed, looking away and tried to get up and run away. Hinata, don't go. You and I need to talk about us, Naruto said after he grabbed her hand. What about you as Naruto-kun? Hinata asked, blushing and stuttering. Hinata, do you like me? I mean more than friends, like you want to be my girlfriend, Naruto asked her and saw she blushed harder. Hinata yes and looked away. Yes, I like you Naruto more than a friend Naruto, and I Lee would like to be your girlfriend, Hinata said in trying to breath. I see. Hinata, we cannot be boyfriend and girlfriend because I can't have one, Naruto said and saw her start to cry. Because I need to marry in about 3 years before my 18th birthday and I don't have time for that, Naruto said and Hinata looked up at him. Hinata, I know from the fox that you liked me since I saved you from those bullies when we were younger for about a month, and I am starting to have feelings for you also, so I will talk to your father about asking for your hand in Mirage. I know this is going fast, but my clan laws are strict about the head being married and when, so I can start making babies, Naruto said, and Hinata almost passed out again. But what if father says no? Hinata asked, trying to not pass out in breath. Hinata, I have my ways, but you need to know that you will not be the only woman that I will be with, Naruto stated and saw her sad again. What do you mean, Naruto-kun? I mean that I will need a harem of other women with you as the head girl and only wife. I will tell you more at the meeting that is in an hour. After I woke up, I sent clones to get the clan heads and their children to go to the Uzumaki shrine, Naruto said, getting up. Can I help you, Naruto-kun? Hinata asked, getting up. After I get dressed, yes you can. Hinata blushed and nodded and walked out the door. Naruto got dressed and they both went to the Uzumaki shrine after Naruto signed out of the hospital. As they walked, Hinata saw how all the girls now flirted with Naruto and tried to get him to go with them. Hinata moved closer Naruto as Naruto gave her his arm to hold. It took a few minutes to get to the shrine. As they got there, they saw all the clan heads that Naruto wanted to see, and their children were there and waiting for him. Hello Lord Naruto, they all said and bowed. Hello there, Naruto said and broke the seal that was right on the doorway. Okay, you all can come in, Naruto said and walked in. They all walked in and sat around a large table with some metal men were around. It took a few minutes to sit around the table. Okay, now that we are all here and ready and willing to make deals so we all can be happy, Naruto said with a smile. Why are you doing this, Naruto? Asked Hiruzen asked. Well, I was going to make you all go penniless to buy these secrets back, but then I thought that would make me just like you all. So, I decided that I will only be asking for a small price that both parties agree to, Naruto said, holding scrolls. Naruto, you need to stop this, we were only protecting you from your father's enemies, Hiruzen stated. Bullshit, my sperm donor's enemies would not touch me. Think about it, if for example the Rock Village killed me, they would be labeled as child killers and they would lose jobs, money and honor because their clients would be seen as supporters of killing babies. You could have also told people I was really an Uzumaki, not just named after one to honor them, you're old. Now shut the up like a good little bitch, Naruto yelled at him. Fine, the third said, looking down, balling up his hand. Now to start off with the Nara clan, I want rights to some of your deers and a favor in the future, Naruto said to Shikaku. That's all? Shikaku asked, to which Naruto nodded. Okay, deal, Shikaku said, and Naruto threw the scroll to him. Okay, now for the Aburame clan, I want you to use your insects to protect my clan house I am going to build and also the garden, Naruto stated. That it is fine with us, Shibi said, and Naruto threw their scroll to them. Now for one of the clan that I owe to, Naruto turned to Choji's clan. You all helped me sometimes when I need it, Naruto said, and the looked calm until, but you did call for my death the night I stole the forbidden sealing scroll. That all started to sweat, so what I ask for is a cook for my clan house that you pay for and help with building it, Naruto stated. Fine, Choza stated, and for the record, when I called for our death, I was drunk and mad. I am sore. Save the bullshit excuse for someone who gives a about it, Naruto said, and throw the scroll. Now for a clan I hate, some in others I like, Naruto said, turning to the Hyuga clan. You all are one of the clans that is on my shit list. Not only does your clan use a seal that my clan gave yours, but you also lie and told us it was for traitors and betrayers of your clan, and then what did you all do? You use it on the side branch to make slaves, Naruto yelled. We do not make slaves, Hiashi said. Don't pee on my face and call as rain water, you milk eye bitch. You can call them whatever you want, but it is still slavery. Not only do you over my clan and your side branch, but you also force your daughter to not only become a ninja, which she did not want to do, but also force both of your daughters to fight so you can see which one gets the seal. Then you belittle her and call her names and hurt her. I am surprised she has not gone crazy and killed you all in your sleep or ran away. Almost any fate is better than having your family hate you and belittle you until you can't believe in yourself and almost lost your ability to talk, Naruto yelling and almost foaming at the mouth. Lord Naruto, you must understand, Hiashi tried to talk. You and your understanding. You will stop using the seal right this minute or I will sell the secret to the Byakugan's blind spot, Naruto yelled, and Hiashi started to sweat like crazy. Now for reparations against me and my clan. I want Hinata's hand in marriage and half of your clan fortune. What? You can't. I may not be the best father, but I will not sell her like that, Hiashi yelled and was confused when he heard laughing. Are you kidding me? You really do not know your daughter at all. Sum was laughing, holding her side. Your pup not only likes him but has been stalking him since he was like 5 inches. Really? Is that true, Hinata? Hiashi asked his daughter. Yes, father. Hinata yelled. Yes, father, I really like Naruto-kun, Hinata said, blushing and pointing her fingers together. Well, if that is the case, you can have her hand in marriage, but the half of our fortune we can't do. Then you will not get the new seal the fox and I made that will protect your bloodline and will not enslave them. So you will have unsealed Hyugas everywhere, Naruto said, holding up the seal. So, if we give up the cage bird seal and give you're the money, you will not give anyone the secrets and give us a new one? Hiashi asked. Yes. Deal, Hiashi said, and Naruto throw him the new seal and the secret scroll. Now before the last 2 clans for today, you all must understand that because with your high stamina and pleasure pleasers, when my clan ruled the land of whirlpools, that the head of the clan was bred to have multiple lovers, Naruto stated to the shock of the room. There are 3 levels, the wife which will be Hinata, and there is only one. The wife is the most loyal member and oversees the household when the head is not there. She will give birth to the heir of the clan unless there is a better choose, and the only one that can override her is me. The only thing is she cannot have another job besides overseeing the household and be a delegate for the family, clan and country. The second level is concubines. They have all the rights of the wife, but they cannot override her orders. Also, their children can be named in Uzumaki or their mother's clan name. They can have jobs outside the house, but they are not allowed to leave the household without the permission of the clan head or wife. It was put that way so if a clan wanted to get tied into the clan they could, and they can still have clan heirs of their clan if they were that last of it. The third level is made. They have little rights and were mostly from clans that owed mine a debt and need to wear a special outfit that the head picks. All levels have to wear special rings with seals in them that stop rape, and if they are maids a loyalty seal, Naruto stated. Why are you telling us this? Inoichi asked. Because both yours and the Inuzuka clan owes my clan big time, and I want both your daughters and Sum to be either a concubine or maid. What? I will never be a concubine to this loser, yelled Ino. You will not be a concubine, you will be a maid because your father with my head. That goes against leaf law that states that the Yamanaka clan will not mess with other clan head or heirs or wipe their memories. But the Hokage ordered me to do it, Inoichi. So, if he ordered you to kill Ino, would you do it? Naruto asked, looking at Inoichi. Then the Hokage. No, Inoichi said, looking away. Good, now either agree to the terms on the scroll or I sue you into the poorhouse. Sign it, father, Ino said, looking away with tears in her eyes. Fine, Inoichi said and signed the paper. Now lastly the Inuzuka clan, Naruto said, turning to them. Naruto, I know you are mad at me and my clan for not protecting you and not honoring the pact your mother and I made after she saved me from being raped, Sum said, begging. I am more than mad. I am pissed. You promised to be there for me and to raise me, but you allowed this waste of space, Naruto said, pointing to the Hokage, to not help me or raise me, all because I could not be loyal to any clan but to the village. Naruto said at her and the Hokage, so tell me all of you what would have happened if my parents survived but I was still made the nine tails holder, would I have been taken away from them? Naruto asked. That would have happened, the Hokage said. Really? But then I would have been loyal to them and not the village, Naruto yelled. They all looked away and shut their eyes. So, your daughter will be a concubine and you will be a maid for you to make up your debt to me, Naruto said, throwing her 2 scrolls. Sum looked sad. It is okay mother, I am fine with it. He is a good man, he is just mad right now. After a while he will be better, Hana Sum's daughter said. She knows about Naruto from Kiba after she got a crunch on him after the Chunin exams. Sum nodded and singed one of the scrolls and threw it back. Naruto took all the scrolls that the clan heads signed and put them into a valet and locked them up tight. Now all the clans can leave besides the Hyuga, the Yamanaka and Inuzuka and the Hokage. I need to talk to them, Naruto yelled and waited for them to leave, and after they left he snapped his finger and the metal men took the table apart and brought a smaller table in. Okay, sit please, Naruto said, sitting down. What did you want to talk about? Inoichi asked with anger in his voice. First I wanted to say I am sorry for how I treated you all, Naruto said, bowing to them. Then why did you? Ino asked. I needed to be tough and strong to prove that the clan I am going to rebuild should not be messed with, Naruto stated. Is that why you did not give wiggle room and almost no say? Hiyashi asked. Yes. Now I am sorry if my demands were well too demanding, but I need to be hard on your clans to show the other clans not to mess with me. Now know that even though the clan heads signed the scrolls, one will not force you girls to do anything and we can break the deal after 3 years if you don't want to be with me. We understand that, but why ask for our daughter and me? Sum asked. Well, Hinata I asked as my wife for many reasons, like she cared for me and I am positive if her confidence was not destroyed by her family, mostly by her father, Naruto said, giving Hiyashi a look that could freeze hell over. She would have been able to talk to me and help me when I needed it and we may have been friend and maybe more sooner than now. Also, she gave me my toad wallet, the only present I have ever gotten. I believe she will be a great dignitary because she is calming and wants to help people. I chose Hana as a concubine because she learned how to be a leader and she is caring. I have made her a concubine because she can still be a veterinarian and help all the animals she wants, and now with my clan's name and money she can help more. I choose Sum as a maid because you me over hard without an forethought about me or how my mother would feel, Naruto said, staring her down and her looking away with tears in her eyes. Ino will be made into an maid because she was the biggest bitch to me besides Sakura, but I can't go after her because I have no dirty on her or her family yet. She belittles me not knowing who my family is, like I could not be someone without my knowing my parents and your family do nothing to stop her, Naruto yelled. We could not do anything, Inoichi said to him. You blonde hair bitch boy. You could have just told her to be nice to me because I am human, but you all choose to look the other way. So now you all can watch as I your daughters in a few years after I take Hinata in a few years and gain power you all denied me, Naruto yelled, getting mad. We are sorry, Sum said. Shut up about being sorry and just do as you are told, Naruto yelled and released a ton of chakra. Everyone in the ground pants become wet for different reasons. The men were scared and peed their pants, but the woman, expressly Hinata, were turned on that they became wet. Must have Naruto-kun, Hinata thought, rubbing her legs together. Such power and demanding area. Need to mate with him, Hana thought, rubbing her side as her animalistical side was coming out in front of Naruto. What is this feeling? I have not felt like this before, Ino said to herself, holding her hands by her. Alpha, alpha, alpha. Need to mate with real alpha, Sum said to herself, shocking herself that she wanted this little child to mate with. What do you think, Kurama? Naruto said to the fox in his mind. Oh yes, that did it. The trick I taught you has made them horny for you and will follow you soon, Kurama stated back to him through giggling. Now I have made these rings and collars for you girls, Naruto said, with 2 rings and 2 collars. This one is for Hinata, Naruto said and puts the bigger and more impressive ring on Hinata's hand and kisses her hand. The ring had the Uzumaki seal on it and was engraved with, Wife of House Uzumaki. Thank you Naruto-kun, Hinata said through a blushing face. No Hana, this one is yours, Naruto said, also putting the other ring on her hand and also kissed it. This ring was smaller and was engraved seal, concubine of the great house Uzumaki. Thank you, Lord Naruto, Hana said, blushing as hard as Hinata. Now lastly, these collars are for you Ino and Yusume, Naruto said, putting on their collars that was engraved with the Uzumaki seal and said, made of the house Uzumaki. Sume accepted it and let Naruto put it on, but Ino was different. You are not putting that on me, you blonde baka, Ino said. Put it on or your former clan will pay hard for it, Naruto stated, grabbing Ino. I am trying to be nice to you and your clan because I have the right to order your whole clan killed for their crimes against me, Naruto growled out at her. You would not do that, Ino yelled back. I would if you do not stop your bullshit and acting like a monkey, Naruto yelled back and locks the collar on her. Inoichi, show your daughter my memories and yours about my life after you all get home. Also have her dress like a girl of an Uzumaki maid standing and not a common street whore, Naruto yelled at the clan head. Yes, Lord Uzumaki, the blonde man bowed to Naruto and picked up his daughter. Now not only do those rings and collars show you are part or will be a part of it soon. They also have an anti-rape seal that if a male touches you in any way that you do not like, you just have to say I keyword or in places that are for me and me alone is the only male that will be able to see it. The ring or collar will release in viruses that will paralysis all living things in 20-foot radishes for 20 minutes. It also has a tracking seal in it so I can find you. It also once we bound as man and woman, also as you girls get closer to each other you all will be able to feel each other and how they are through the ring. The last thing it does helps you all summon my clan's new summon I will tell you later about, Naruto stated, and everyone in the room was shocked. What? I take care of what is mine and those I love and love me, Naruto stated with a foxy grin. I will kill you if you take Hinata and my sister from me, runt. Kaiba said, finally getting out of Sume's dog partner's hold in which Kiba was getting sat on and is shocked everyone is looking at him. What did you say? Naruto asked, staring him down, and started to growl. Nothing, he said. Nothing, Alpha, yelled Hana going behind him and hitting Kiba's head and Sume throw him onto her dog's back and he ran out of the shrine. Make sure he knows his place, Naruto said to Sume. Yes, Alpha, Sume said and bowed. So now that the girls are done, it is time for you, old man, Naruto said, looking at the Hokage. Naruto, I know you are hating me, but I did what I did and we cannot change it, Hiruzen stated. I know, but I will get my pound of flesh from you, Naruto growled out. Master, please stop the growling, you are making me so wet, Kurama said in Naruto's mind as she was fingering herself at how Naruto had all these powerful clans over and barrel. Naruto ho, Hiruzen was cut off by Naruto. You will step down as Hokage and put someone I can trust into the place. Also, you will state the crimes against me to not only the village up also the fire daimyo, or I will release all the secret that I found in here to the world, Naruto said to Hiruzen, holding up Hiruzen's papers and journal. Hiruzen went pale. There was things in those papers that could make the Leaf Village enemies of not only in other villages but also some other clans and others in people from the Leaf itself. It could start in civil war. Naruto, how did you get that? You would not do da, Hiruzen said, shacking. I will release it if you do not do as I say. As for how I got it, it is all thanks to this little guy, Naruto said, holding up a fox small enough to fit on Naruto's hand. Hello, the fox said and bowed its head. Everyone, this Fuchs, she is part of the Fox clan, which is part of the Canine Summon clan that I signed in. Now that girls can summon after I show them. Fuchs here can sneak almost into anywhere and break almost any seal there is, Naruto said to everyone. Naruto, I will not step down, Hiruzen said sternly. Okay, then I will tell everyone here about how you let go of her. Naruto was cut off by Hiruzen falling by his feet. Okay, I get it. I will step down and give the hat to someone we agree to, Hiruzen. Good. So, who will it be? Naruto asked. Jiraiya will take the hat, stated Hiruzen. No, that man will not take the hat as I cannot trust him, and besides, how can the girls of this village be safe to relax in the bathhouse or in general with that man in charge? Also, how can a man feel safe for his daughter with that leech in charge? He is a bad pervert that will use the position of Hokage to spy on and sleep with woman, Naruto said as the older woman and men nodding their heads. Fine then, who? Hiruzen growled out. How about Tsunade? Said a voice from the door. Everyone turned and see the super pervert. Everyone turned and see the super pervert being shocked from the seals around the shrine and was still being shocked and standing there. Is he some sort of masochist or shit? He keeps doing shit that will get in hurt. I mean, I was to get hit from saying stuff, but that is just me putting my foot in my mouth, and soccer is temper, but that is just stupid, Naruto stated to the group and them nodding again. I am not a masochist, yelled Jiraiya. Really? Could have fooled me. Now who do you want to take over? Naruto asked. Tsunade, she is the last of the Senju clan and the first Hokage's granddaughter, Jiraiya stated. Naruto thought about it and talked to the fox. The fox told him and showed him Tsunade's picture. Holy, those things are huge, Naruto thought looking over Tsunade's picture. Yes, they are, even your mother wanted to play with them, the fox said, giggling again. Oh, I bet, and I will love to do that once we see her, Naruto told the fox and said, she will do if she can get her fear of blood and her gambling problem under control, also her drinking problem, Naruto said, getting information from the fox. Great, then how about we go and find her together, Jiraiya said. We will, but the girls are coming with also, Naruto said, and shoot his web shooter that he makes from the memories of Peter Parker when he used the mask of you of many worlds. That will be put on you, Naruto said with a smile. What did you put on me? Jiraiya yelled. Hinata-chan, come here please, Naruto asked. Yes, Naruto-kun, Hinata said, walking to him. I want you to think of what you would do if any other man sees you, Naruto told her. Hinata does and blushes and holds herself and thought about kick the super pervert in the balls. Then Jiraiya falls to the ground in pain from his balls like someone kicked them. That seal I call is pervert pawn, and I or any of my girls can use it on you, Naruto said with a smile. Not cool, brat, Jiraiya yelled. So, Naruto said, I will meet you Jiraiya and Hinata and Hana tomorrow at the main gate so we can go and get her. Ino, you will stay here and train harder and redo your wardrobe, and Yusum, I need you to train kid to be the next head of your clan, Naruto said to the group and walked away after kissing all of the girls that was their hands. Well, this is going to be fun, Jiraiya said sarcastically. That was the last thing Naruto heard as he walked out. It was the morning after Naruto had the meeting with the clan head, the Hokage, and his future girls, and Naruto was still sleeping. He was in his mindscape as he slept. Naruto was with Kurama as Kurama was rubbing him all over. Master, do you like that? Kurama asked as she rubbed his back as he laid on her bed and Kurama rubbing his back. Yes, I do, Naruto stated, enjoying the back rub. Well, you will enjoy this more, Kurama said and opened her kimono and her tit fell out. She put oil all over them and Naruto saw from his left eye as he had his head down how her chocolate-colored tits shined with the oil. Kurama then put them on his back and rubbed them against him. How is that now, master? Kurama asked Naruto in his ear and licked it. Very good, Naruto said, trying to control himself as this was training. You may ask what kind of training involves a girl on your back and rubbing her oiled tits on your back beside the best kind over. Well, Kurama was trying to teach Naruto how to resist seduction techniques and how to sense if a girl really wanted him or wanted to use him or was just trying to get close to hurt him. It was going well so far, but two things were hard as hell. One was Naruto could only sense lust from the fox, and he know that already, so he did not know if it was because he knows what the fox wanted, or could he really sense it. The other thing that was hard was Naruto's, which was in pain and needed release soon. You know what, master? Kurama asked Naruto again, licking his ear. What is it? Naruto asked her. It is time to wake up, Kurama said, throwing out of his mindscape. Reality. God damn it, Kurama, that is bullshit. Getting me this hard and then leavening me hard like this, Naruto yelled out loud, grabbing his hard. Oh, but master, if I did not kick you out then you would be late for the girls walking in on you, Kurama said to him in his head. What are you talking abo? Naruto was asking until he looking to his door and saw Hinata and Hana along with Hana's mother Sume looking at him. Hinata looked like she was going to pass out. Hana was rubbing her legs together and panting, while Sume was licking her lips and rubbed her under. Hello there, Naruto said, died pained. What are you girls doing here? I thought I said I would meet you at the gate, Naruto said, trying to put his pants on, and here's the fox laughing her off. Yes, you did, but after we waited for an hour, we all wanted to make sure you were okay, Sume said, walking to Naruto's bed and sat down, not taking her eyes off Naruto's hard. Yes, well, I am okay, just a little uncomfortable right now, Naruto said, not able to get his softer in his pants. Then let your maid help you, Sume said, and took Naruto's into her hands and started to rub it. Sume, Hinata yelped and almost fainted. She was feeling some jealousy. She knows that she would have to share Naruto and was coming to terms about it, but she still wants Naruto to be her alone, but if her sharing Naruto would make him happy then she would be happy to share him. She was also feeling embarrassed. She has never seen a reel before. She seen them in books and papers from Ed when she was in the academy, and when the older ladies of her clan would show her on a dildo how to please her future husband, but this one was right in front of her, was real, and it was Naruto's. She was about pass out or run away. Hinata, do not pass out, Naruto yelled, enjoying Sume's hand job. I know this is fast for you and you are not used to this, but you must get used this, and you need to be more forward with not only with me and the girl but also life. You also need to watch this to not only know how to please me but also what you may also like to do, Naruto said, and let out a moan as Sume put her mouth around his. Yes, Naruto, I will not let you down, Hinata said as she watches Sume bobbed her head up and down his. Oh, yes, you like my you bitch in heat, Naruto moaned out, pulling Sume by the hair off his. Yes, Alpha, I love it, Sume moaned out and taking deep breaths. Good, then take it, whore, Naruto said and started to face her. Naruto looked and saw Hana and Hinata and saw the both were playing with themselves. Do both of you also like being dominated like this bitch? Naruto asked them. Yes, Alpha, I like being dominated, also spanked, Hana said, almost coming. I like whatever you like, Naruto-kun. The only thing that make me happy is to know you are happy and my family is okay, Hinata said, about to pass out, not only seeing not only one girl sucking the love of her life and another playing with herself, but also she could not believe she was getting turned on by this, or that she was playing with herself also. I am coming. Take it all, Naruto yelled and cummed hard into her mouth and down her throat. Sume moaned out and took all the cum she could, but some got out. As he stopped coming, she let go of his and sat up. That was good, Alpha, better than my died husband's, Sume said, taking the cum that came out with her finger and licked it. I am glad, Naruto said as he saw Hinata and Hana both cummed and started to breath hard to catch their breath. That was good, all of you, but we really need to get to the gate and get Jiraiya so we can find this Tsunade, Naruto said, putting his into his pant and getting dressed as the girls watched him with lustfully eyes. So you girls like? Naruto asked with a smirk. Yes, Alpha, very much, Sume said, almost drooling as she looked at him. I also like very much, Alpha, Hana said, panting on her knees on the floor. Yes, Naruto-kun, Hinata said, blushing hard. Good, but we really need to get going or the old pervert will do something stupid, Naruto said, and almost like it was on cue there was an large scream from the detraction of the bathhouse. Oh, for sakes, Naruto said, hitting his hand over his face. Can that man be that stupid or not control himself? Naruto grumbled out, walking out of his house, grabbing his backpack and walking to the village gate. As he walked with the girls, Hinata on his right holding his arm and her head on his shoulder. Hana on his left also held his arm but with her head up, looking around on watch for danger. Sume was in back also on lookout for danger. Both Hana's 3 Heimaru brothers and Sume's Kuromaru dog partners were with them. They were also watching out for their new alpha's well-being. As they walked, Naruto could hear the people talk. Some of the talk pissed him off and made him want to rip people in half and piss in their graves. That talk was along the lines of him being a demon that one he could deal with, but when one person said that the girls were his demon whores, that got Naruto pissed off. What did you say, you old cunt? Naruto yelled at her as his girls were trying to push him out of there. It is okay, Naruto-kun, they are stupid and do not know what they are doing or say, Hinata said, rubbing his arm. She is right, Alpha, Hana said, rubbing his back. Sum kissed his cheek and said, we are here now and nothing anyone say or will do will make us go away. You girls are the best, Naruto said, kissing them all. They walked, and as they got to the gate they saw beaten and banded up Jiraiya and the old bastard himself, the third Hokage, waiting for them. Well, look at this, the old dump with 1,000 excuses and the pathetic old so-called man that can't get over and girl after 30 years, Naruto said out loud. I know main Naruto was pinning over Sakura for years, but even he was opening his eyes and was letting her go after Sasuke left and she would not give up on him, but damn dude needs to get a life and over this chick. Naruto said to the fox in his head. An main Naruto is canon Naruto. This Naruto calls him that because that was the first one called Naruto that he saw with the mask. I know dude needs to find a girl to love, and Kurama stated, then got an idea. Master, I got an idea. What is it? Naruto asked in the fox in his mind, and the fox told him, and Naruto got a smile on his face in his mind and in real life. What is that stupid smile for, brat? Jiraiya asked him. Oh, nothing you need to worry about now, Naruto said, walking to the Hokage. Well, what are you here for, old man? Should you not be resting after the I gave you yesterday? Naruto said with a smirk, talking about how he had the Hokage by the balls and got him to step down. Watch your mouth, Naruto, I still outrank you, the Hokage growled back. For now, old man, Naruto said back and looked behind him. Let's go, old man, Naruto said to Jiraiya, who was giggling and writing down something, looking at Sum, who because of her new collar had her vet open more, showing off more of her cleavage. Naruto signed again and put his hand on head forehead. Sum, be a dear and make him pay for looking at one of my girls again. Yes, Alpha, Sum said and looked at Jiraiya, who not only fell down in pain from the pervert pain seal, but was also kicked out of the gate and went flying for yards. Naruto smirked and went to her and kissed her hand. Thank you, my dear. Now while we are away, I want you to not only train Kaiba to be the new head of your clan but also teach Ino. She should have been here also, her new place at the bottom. As the new piggy, Naruto said to her. Sum smiled as she got his meaning and nodded, yes, Alpha. I will train them both well and make you proud of me, Sum said. I will always be proud of my girls no matter what, Naruto said, kissed her hand again and walked out of the gate with Hinata and Hana, who had her dog partners behind her, were walking a little behind him. It took them about 20 minutes to get to where Jiraiya was, who was on the ground trying to get up. That is what you get for perving on one of my girls. Do it again and there will be more pain, Naruto said and kicked him in the stomach and walked a few feet away and went to summon. Summoning jutsu, Naruto yelled and out popped a small wagon and a team of dogs hooked to it with one dog that was not hooked to it. And think of an wagon mixed with a dog sled team. The wagon is smaller than most wagons and more streamlined. Yes, Lord Naruto, said the leader of the pull team, who was the one not hooked up to the sled. Hello, Beowulf, I need you and your team to help me and my girls to find an lady to be our new leader, Naruto said. And how will we find this lady? Beowulf asked. Oh, that is easy. You see that old man over there? Naruto pointed to Jiraiya and Beowulf nodded. He know where she is or might be, so you will chase him, to make sure he does not peep on girls and move his, and your team will follow. So, to add an benefit is you caught him and bite him, I will give you and half a cow or deer. That goes for your dogs also, Hana, Naruto said. You hear that, boys? New Alpha will give you half a cow if you bite the old pervert, Hana said to the Heimaru brothers. That is not far. This will hurt, Jiraiya yelled and was crying. It won't if you run fast, Naruto said as he opened the small door on the wagon and helped the girls into the wagon. And if I was you, I would start running, Naruto said, getting in and sat down in between the girls. Why is that? Jiraiya asked, then heard a growl and looked around him as he saw all 4 dogs licking their pips and started to walk to him growling, "Can we talk about this?" Jiraiya said, backing away. "No, now run, bitch," Beowulf said, and Jiraiya ran like a bat out of hell with the dogs close following behind and the sled team behind them. Flash forward. 2 weeks have passed and Jiraiya hated life right now. Jiraiya is on the ground breathing hard and sweating with a great many dog bites on him. "I hate you," Jiraiya said through his breathing. "So," Naruto said as he was feeding Hana's partners and his summons and then sat down with the girls serving him and feeding him, "so how much longer until we find Tsunade?" Naruto asked. "How do I know? I am still trying to get info on her, brat," Jiraiya yelled. "What did you say?" Naruto looked at him. As the girls looked ready to kill him and all the dogs started to growl at him. "I say maybe 3 days, Jiraiya said, sweating. "Then what are you waiting for? Boys and girls," Naruto said and whistled, and all the dogs ran after him with Naruto and Hinata and Hana walking down the road holding each other's hands. Flash word 3 days. Naruto and his girls just walked through the gate of the village that Jiraiya said Tsunade was in. As they walked in, they saw Jiraiya in a tree as the dogs were at the bottom barking at him and jumping up to try and bite him. "Having fun, old pervert?" Naruto asked, smirking hard. "I hate you so much, Naruto," Jiraiya growled out as one of dogs bites him on his. Naruto whistled and the doges backed down and went to him. "Thanks, guys." Naruto throw a scroll to Beowulf. "This is for you guys, and after I get back to the leaf I will give you all that have of cow or deer for you all," Naruto said. "Right, thank you and see you later, Lord Naruto," Beowulf said as he and the other summons poofed away. Naruto unsealed some treats and threw them to the Hyomaru brothers. The dogs barked at him. "You're welcome," Naruto said to the dogs and looked at the girls. "What?" Naruto asked. "How did you know what they said?" Hana asked. "Oh, the fox has been teaching me how to speak canine," Naruto said. "That is amassing, Naruto-kun," Hinata said. "Thank you, sweet girls," Naruto said with a smirk. "You are welcome, Alpha, Naruto-kun," both girls said, blushing. "So, old pervert, where is this lady to be Hokage?" Naruto asked Jiraiya, who was crawling to the group. "She is staying in the hotel from what my contact tells me," Jiraiya said, pointing to the hotel. "She is. I have shit to do and I need to get to know the girls before my wedding to Hinata, and I want to also get to know Hana better before she become my concubine." "Alpha is so sweet," Hana said to Hinata, who was blushing. "Let's go, girls," Naruto said to the girls and turned to the Hamaru brothers. "Can you guys bring the old pervert?" Naruto asked them and they barked and grabbed Jiraiya and dragged him. As they walked, both Hinata, who was blushing like always, and Hana, who blushed also but only slightly, held his arms and head on his shoulders. As they walked, Naruto could hear the people whispering about him and the girls, but unlike last time, this time it was about how pretty the girls were or how lucky he was to have 2 smoking hot girls. Naruto's favorite one though was how some of the girls talked about what they wanted to do to him or how they thought he would be in bed. "This hotel, old man?" Naruto asked. "Yes, but we have to check out the bar first. She is a known gambler, but she sucks at it, so she loses a lot, and when she does, she drinks to forget her problems," Jiraiya said, standing up and cleaning herself up. "How the hell are you up and cleaned with fixed clothing?" Naruto asked, shocked. Jiraiya was up and looked like he did not just go through the hell Naruto put him through. "It takes a lot more than some dogs in a light run to get to me," Jiraiya said, smirking. "Challenge accepted," Naruto said, smirking, and walked into the bar with the girls in tow. Naruto slightly turning his head to see Jiraiya's mouth hang open and what looked like tears in his eyes. "I am sorry, I did not mean it," Jiraiya said in his knees, holding Naruto's arm. "Damn dude, grow some balls and let's find this girl," Naruto said with a sweat drop forming on his head. "Oh, okay, I am sorry," Jiraiya said, and Jiraiya started to look around the bar. "Tsunade Hime, you're here," Jiraiya yelled and skipped to her like an idiot in love or little girl, and I am not saying people in love are idiots, but people in love do idiot things, just to make it clear. Jiraiya, what are you doing here, you old pervert? Tsunade asked with venom in her voice. What, can't an old teammate not come and see you and your lovely assistant? Jiraiya asked with a stupid grin. Hello, Master Jiraiya, the young lady holding a pig said and bowed. Would you cut us out, old man, and move out of the way? Naruto said to him and pushed him to the start acting right, or I will let Hana and her dogs have their way with you. Naruto said as Hana got an look of hunger of hurting the man that used to spy on her and her mother. Who is the brat? Tsunade asked. I am Naruto Uzumaki, the son of Kushina Uzumaki and the sperm donor Minato Namikaze, and these lovely ladies are my future wife Hinata Hyuga. Naruto said and pointed to Hinata, who was blushing again as she bowed. Her blushing is so cute, Naruto thought, and this is Hana Inuzuka, future concubine and veteran of my clan house. Naruto said and pointing to Hana, who smiled and did an pose with her hand on her hip, and we are here to bring you back to the Leaf Village to be the new Hokage. Tsunade was shocked, to say at least. Here stood the son of the brat that her grandmother told her was special and was like a little sister until she left the village after her Dan died and she took Dan's little niece Shizune. Both the girls were shocked. Shizune know about Kushina from Tsunade and a little bit from when she was younger, but she was small, so not a lot. Tsunade's was having a hard time breathing and was tiring to get up, but then she got a hold of herself. And why should I care to be Hokage, or if you are Kushina's son? The Hokage job is stupid and for idiot dreamers, Tsunade stated, tiring to not look like she was going to throw up. I agree that job is stupid, but someone needs to do it. You should care because you are part Uzumaki and we are related by blood and should not turn your back on family, but what should I expect from an old lady who turns her back on her grandfather's village and village? Naruto said, trying to get her mad so she would lose her tempura so his and the fox's plan could work. What did you say, brat? Tsunade said, getting up, forgetting everything. She was being held back by Shizune and Jiraiya. I said you are a traitor to your blood and village, Naruto said to her face. That is it, brat, Tsunade said, getting ready to hit Naruto until Hinata went in front of Naruto with her Byakugan activated. Hana was also in front of Naruto ready to fight with the Heimaru brothers ready to bite Tsunade's throat out. Oh, a big man has his woman to fight for him, Tsunade said in an mucking voice, trying to get mad that she was questioning his manhood. I can fight for myself, but they are protecting their man to be in clan head. So, what is wrong with that? Besides, I bet you could not even make it to me being so drunk and top heavy with those fake tits. That bet you cannot even get a hand on me, Naruto said, knowing her tits were real but also that would piss her off. You are on, brat. If you win, I will come back to the village and submit to your clan, but if I win you leave and pay me 5 Uryo, Tsunade said. Deal? Naruto said. Good, you and me outside and I will beat you, stupid, Tsunade growled out. You are on, old woman, Naruto said, smirking and walking outside. It took a few minutes for the whole group to walk outside. Naruto saw Shizune trying to talk Tsunade about stopping the fight or how she was drunk and should not fight him. Are you sure you know what you are doing, Alpha? Hana asked, worried about him knowing about Tsunade from her mother. Yes, I am, Naruto said and kissed her. Be safe, Naruto-kun, I do not want to lose you before our marriage, Hinata said, holding him. I will be fine, I have a plan, Naruto said, looking into her eyes and kissing her. You ready, brat? Tsunade asked, walking to him. Yep. Whenever you are ready, grandma, Naruto said, giving her come and get it sign. That is it, Tsunade yelled as she ran at him ready to punch in his face. Naruto smirked and took something out of his bag and jumped forward to Snod's side and put something on her finger and slapped her. He then started to whistle and waited for Tsunade. Nice for a grandma. You little punk, Tsunade yelled and ran at him again. She swung her fist to his face and a dust come up all around the two of them. Naruto-kun, Alpha, yelled Hinata and Hana. The group that was not fighting was scared that Tsunade had killed Naruto and were sweating until they saw the dust disappeared. What they saw was Tsunade was about 2 fingers away from punching Naruto in the face. They all heard her trying to get to him. What is grandma? Can't you get to me? Naruto asked through a smirk. What did you do to me? Why can't I hit you? Tsunade demanded. Oh, you see the ring I put on you? Naruto said, pointing to her fingers. That is an Uzumaki concubine ring. It does not let you hurt me or come at me with the intent to hurt me. So, who is going to beat who, stupid? Wait, this is cheating, Tsunade yelled. We are in a fight and we are ninjas, we cheat and fight to win, Naruto said as he rubs her all over. Stop this brat, Tsunade yelled but could still not move. Nope, not until you submit to me and say you will be mine now that you made me work for you, Naruto said, slapping her. Which made Jiraiya lose his mind and take off in a nosebleed. Let Lady Tsunade go, yelled Shizune, getting her poison ready and pointed them at Naruto. Before Shizune could do anything, she was hit by Hinata, who hit her neck and made her fall to the ground as Hana took her away. With that done with, Naruto said, rubbing Tsunade's side, and, look at all these people that are coming to see our fight. Look at them watching you being held and rubbed by a man 2 times younger to you, Naruto showing her all the people around them, but in reality, was a genjutsu. Tsunade looked around her and saw the looks of lust from the men and the look offshorn from the woman. Tsunade then felt Naruto start to open her shirt. Please stop. I will submit to you, Tsunade yelled with tears in her eyes. Good, Naruto said and broke the genjutsu. Tsunade looked around. Where is everyone? Tsunade is still in the same place, but her shirt was in place and untouched and she did not feel anything wrong. Oh, all of that after I slapped your and my girls took your assistant away was a genjutsu. I am be a perv, but I would not molest a lady that is helpless. That is wrong and borderline rape, Naruto said with a smirk. Let me go please, I am sorry I turned my back on the village and my grandma's clan and Kushina, and I will make it up to you. So please re-release me from like this. Then stop thinking you could hurt me and then the ring will release you, Naruto stated. Tsunade took a few deep and long breaths and clammed down. As she did, she started to move and walk around. You know, brat, you fight dirty, Tsunade stated. 1. I am not a brat, I am now your master, as you are now my concubine as part of our deal we made. 2. We are ninjas, we fight to win, not to be nice or fair, Naruto stated. Fine, you win, Tsunade growled out and Naruto smirked. Naruto then walked to Hinata and Hana. They both looked him over as he walked to them and made sure he was fine and unhurt. Are you fine, Alpha? Hana asked. I am fine, Naruto said to them. Naruto, why did you put a concubine ring on her? Hinata asked. Because that was the only way to stop the fight without hurting her, Naruto stated. Then why did you start the fight? Hana asked. So, I could have the opportunity to put the ring on her, Naruto said. But why? The both asked. Tsunade hates everything and everyone. She keeps everyone at arm's length away and cannot let her heart open any more because of her love for her dead loved ones. So put the ring on her so it and I can help her feel love again, Naruto said, with the added banging those tits. That is so nice of you, Alpha, Hana said with Hinata nodding yes. Thank you, Naruto said, kissing both of their hands. We love you, Naruto, and will do anything for you, Hinata said, looking him in the eyes and kissed him. I am so lucky to have you both, Naruto said, grabbing them both in a hug them. So are we, Alpha, Hana said. Not to interrupt this love feast, but what is going to happen to me and my Shizune? Tsunade asked, walking to the group. Oh, because you lost, you belong to me now and will be the next Hokage, so my master plan can happen. Shizune can do whatever she wants. I will not make a beautiful woman like her suffer for the stupide of her master, Naruto said as Shizune blushes as she walked up to the group. I will stay with Lady Tsunade, Shizune said. You are loyal to her, I respect that, Naruto said as his girls nod. Thank you, Master Naruto, Shizune said and bowed to him. Welcome. Now we should go before that useless pervert gets back from his nosebleed he got from me slapping your sweet, Naruto said to the group and mostly to Tsunade. Who is calling who a pervert? Tsunade said with a glare at Naruto. I am a perv, not a pervert, Naruto stated, crossing his arms. What is the difference? Suand asked. I know when to stop and I do not spy on while they bath, but I love to play with girl and make them moan in pleasure and more until they can't move, pass out on the bed, Naruto said plainly, then started to walk to the hotel. All the girls blush and walk to the hotel slowly, trying to not let anyone see or smell the wet spot that was growing in their panties. After Naruto got 3 rooms under Jiraiya's name, they went to them. Naruto and his girls in one, with Shizune and maybe Tsunade in another. The last room was on a different floor and was next to 2 big hair men that were holding hands. Naruto smiled to himself for that idea, and I am not bashing anyone or hate people that like the same gender. Whatever gets your rocks off and is legal is your business and not mine. What the hell, brat, why did you put me in a room on another floor and next to them? Jiraiya yelled, pointing to the 2 happy men kissing. 1. It is pay back, bitch. 2. I don't judge people or what they like on stupid reason. 3. I do not want you anywhere close to me and my girls, Naruto said, hitting Jiraiya in his stomach. Naruto and his girls along with Tsunade and Shizune went to their rooms. Naruto got Tsunade and Shizune the key to the room before his. After that, Hinata and Hana along with Naruto went into their room and sat down on the beds. Why did you get a room just for us, Naruto-kun? Not that I am complaining, Hinata asked, blushing hard. 1. We all have to get used to each other and conferable with each other. 2. It is cheaper, and 3. And lastly, you 2 are going into my mind and meet the fox, or what her name really is, Kurama, so you can get training on the Uzumaki clan and your places in it, Naruto stated. We get to meet the great 9 tails. Hana yelled, asked. Yes, and please be nice to each other and call her that, just call her Kurama, Naruto stated. Okay, Naruto-kun, Hinata said as they all held hands and laid on the bed and closed their eyes, and Naruto surrounded them in chakra and brought them into his mind. Mindscape. As the girls and Naruto opened their eyes, they saw the large bars of Kurama's cage. Hello, Master Naruto and Mistress Hinata and harem sister Hana, said Kurama as she bowed to them. Both Hinata and Hana were shocked. Both heard Naruto when he said that the fox was female, but they both thought a female fox, not human-looking female with fox ears and tail. Are you Kurama? Hinata asked. Yes, I am Mistress Hinata, Kurama said and bowed to her, and then turned to Naruto. Master, if you do not mind, this will be girls' talk, Kurama said to him. That is fine as long as you be nice to them and do not scary them, Naruto stated. I will not scary them, master, I promise on the clan's name, Kurama said. Okay, fine, Naruto said and left his mindscape. Real world. Well, that sucks. I thought that would take longer than it did, Naruto said, looking at the clock and saw only 30 minutes passed. Damn, time is a funny thing when you are in your mind, Naruto said, rubbing his head. Naruto then just sat and relaxed until he started to hear moaning. Who the hell is moaning like a cheap whore? Naruto asked and went looking for the moaning person. It took a few minutes to find where the moaning was coming from. What shocked him was that it was coming from Tsunade's room, and he heard 2 voices and moaning. Yes, Shizune, lick me and finger more and faster, moaned Tsunade. Is it me or your new master that has gotten you all fired up? Shizune asked, moaning also. I don't know. Both, I think. After he put this ring on my finger and slapped I cannot stop thinking about you or him, Tsunade moaned out. Naruto smirked at that. His plan to add an aphrodisiac seal on her ring. She will crave with her lover until she tastes Naruto's cum. Naruto opens the door slowly without making a sound and saw 3 things that made his day. 1 was Tsunade on her back with her hands tied to the headboard and her tits all tied up and being pulled on by a rope that goes from her tits to the rafters on the ceiling and back down to Shizune, who was pulling on them. 2 was Shizune was wearing nothing but a strap on and was about to Tsunade. 3rd, and was the best one, was Naruto could see Jiraiya watching and writing stuff down. Kurama, how is the talk going? Naruto asked through his mind. It is going well, master. They both are fast learners and really want to learn. The only problem we had was Mistress kept passing out, but luckily we are in your mindscape and about a week has passed in here and we are almost done, Kurama said to him. Okay, that is good. I am calling to tell you that I am about to start the plan to make Jiraiya cry like a little bitch and pay back for that being there for me, Naruto said to her. Already? I did not think the aphrodisiac seal would work this fast, Kurama said shocked. Well, it may be thanks to the fact that she is her assistant right now. See for yourself, Naruto said and showed her what he was seeing. Damn, those horny are going at it, Kurama said as they saw Shizune start to Tsunade harder and faster, slapping her. Yes, they are, and the pervert is watching, so I think now is the best time to give my so-called godfather the payback he deserves, Naruto said to the fox in his mind and smiled. Good luck, master, and have fun, Kurama said giggling. Oh, I will, Naruto said back as he closes the door loud. As the door closed, it made a loud noise that made the two women going at it stop and looked at him. What are you doing here, brat? Tsunade yelled. I came here to calm what is mine now and make someone pay for me over, Naruto stated. And who is that? Shizune asked as she still had the strap on in Tsunade. Well, my useless godfather Jiraiya, who is watching you two right outside, Naruto said. And how do you plan on making him pay for what he did to you? Tsunade asked, trying to look mean, but it was hard as her tits were still tied up and a strap on still in her. That is easy, I am going to face the love of his life in front of him, Naruto said, looking at him dead in the eyes. I am not going to suck your, Tsunade said, trying to deny the lust she was feeling for the kid standing in front of her. Have it your way. I hope Shizune has the energy to you into a coma every day for the rest of your life, Naruto said with a smile as he opens the door and starts to walk out of it. Wait, what do you mean by that? Tsunade asked. You will need to come out by the look in your eyes, or you will go into a feast and become a to get what you want, or you can suck my and take my cum, that will stop the whole thing, Naruto said smiling. Tsunade just looked at him with a look that could make a lesser man's balls to fall off and run for the hills. Then something hit her like a sack of bricks. You brat, you used the love torture seal on me, Tsunade yelled. Naruto smirked. I am surprised you know or even remember that seal, Naruto said. Grandma Mito taught about it and how to cancel it out, Tsunade growled out. Then do it, Lady Tsunade, Shizune said, taking the strap-on out of Tsunade. I can't, the seal can only be broken by me thinking and sleeping with the love of my life or the seal maker, Tsunade growled. Well, part of that is true. You could either sleep with the love of your life or take my cum. I changed the seal a little, Naruto stated. But why was that seal even made? Shizune asked. The Uzumaki made it for seduction missions, but the clan was built on the standard that true love could not be taken lightly, and a woman could not be taken by force. So, they made the love torture seal to seduce women, but they could force the woman if they were in love with a man or woman. So, if the woman thought about her lover and slept with them, it would break the seal, or it will make the woman to crazy with lust if they did not sleep with either their lover or the seal maker. And because Uncle Dan is died, you can't sleep with him, so you have to get Naruto's cum or go crazy from lust, Shizune said, figuring it out. Yes, Naruto stated. Why did you do this to her? Shizune demanded to know. Because she turned her back on me, my clan, her own clan and village. She owes me and the village, and I still want her to be happy and feel love again. Yay, right. You did this for her own good, my limb. Shizune was cut off by Tsunade jumping into Naruto's arms. Master, you did that for me? Tsunade asked as the seal finally broke through mind and heart. Oh yes, I did. Now be a good girl and thank your master, Naruto said. I will soon, master, but please do not touch my Shizune. She is like me, but she wants to wait for marriage for herself to feel a man's, Tsunade said, rubbing Naruto's through his pants. That is fine. I will not touch her, but now you have to work twice as hard to please me, bitch, Naruto said, getting horny and aggressive as he slapped her tits. Oh yes, master, I will please you all I can, Tsunade said as she goes down and opens his pants and takes out his and starts to suck it with vigor. As Naruto enjoys the blow job Tsunade is giving him, he did a sideway look at the tree where Jiraiya was, and Naruto could feel the hatred Jiraiya was sending at Naruto. Take that old, Naruto said in his head. Oh, good nurse takes it all like the you will be turned into. Naruto groaned as Tsunade took her mouth off his, then licked from the base of his balls to the tip of his, oh god. Master likes my sucking. Tsunade asked as Shizune is playing with herself at his coming. Oh god yes. And here comes the professor, Naruto said as he cummed all over her face and tits. Oh, good, that is so hot, Hana said as she and Hinata walked in from waking up from Kurama's training. Naruto-kun, is she now yours? Hinata asked, pulling Tsunade by the hair and looked into her eyes, which were clouded but was clearing up. Yes, mistress, I am now master's, Tsunade said looking at Hinata. Good girl. Was master good to you? Hinata asked her. Yes, he was, Tsunade said standing up and takes the ropes off her tits. Good, I am glad, Hinata said and walks to Naruto and kissed him. I see you're bolder now, Naruto said as Hinata puts his away. Yes, Kurama training has done wonders for me and Hana. Good, I am glad, Naruto said kissing them both. I think we all should rest and go home tomorrow, Naruto said as he kisses them all beside Shizune and goes to sleep as he hears a yell coming from the tree. Flash forward the next day. The next morning, Naruto wakes up to both Hinata and Hana laying one on each side. Naruto smiled and kissed both of their heads. They both started to wake up and looked at him. Morning to you both, but what are you doing in my bed? Naruto asked. We just wanted to be close to you, my king, Hinata said with a seditious smile. Yes, Alpha, we only want to make you happy and the ruler of this land, so all can be as happy and filled with joy as we are, my pack leader, Hana said licking him. Well, I like that both of you be you, Naruto was interrupted by an yell. There you are, brat, Tsunade yelled and ran at him. I see the seal only helped heal your heart a little bit and you only open your heart when you are horny, Naruto said, still holding the girls as Tsunade was stopped again by the ring. Tell me, is what you said true, that you only want to help my heart and make me whole again? Tsunade asked. It is true. To even make you believe me, I will help you have her uncle's Dan's children. What? How? Both Shizune and Tsunade yelled. I will let you know when we get home. So, let's pack and get that perverts going, Naruto said, getting dressed as all the girls also got dressed and they checked out and went outside where Jiraiya was waiting for them and was glaring at Naruto. What is with the mad look, old man? Naruto asked with a fake innocent smile. You forced Tsunade, the love of my love, to suck you off, Jiraiya seethed and foamed at the mouth. You love her, but she does not love you in that way you want. Also, I did not force her to do anything. The seal works more like an antidepressant, a very powerful one, than anything, and add aphrodisiac and a loving hand, you get that seal, Naruto said. I don't believe you, Jiraiya growled out. I do not care what you believe. She is mine now and I will make her happy, and besides, you only have yourself to blame. If you only stopped peeping and spying on girls in the bath, she may have given you a shoot. Naruto said as he summoned the sled team again and helped all the girls to get in. Also, you are more than welcome to break the seal if you want, Naruto said, getting in the sled knowing fully well that the seal has done its work fully. Oh, and this is also payback for leaving Mai in the village without looking on me, godfather. Oh, and have fun walking back home, bitch, Naruto yelled as the team and the Heimaru brothers start running. Get back here, asshole, Jiraiya yelled, running after them. It has been 3 days since Naruto and his group has found Tsunade and left for home. The trip has gone well so far. The only thing that was pissing Naruto off is Jiraiya's bitching. How could you, brat? How could you Tsunade hime like that in front of me? Jiraiya bitched all 3 days. Would shut the hell up about that, Jiraiya. I was never going to be yours, now shut up before I make your balls to paste and you're little useless. Tsunade groaned out as she was on Naruto's side in the wagon with Hinata on the other side and Hana on his lap, and Shizune was playing with the dogs as they chased Tsunede's pet pig Tauntaun around. But I am a better man than him and I am also your own age, Jiraiya whined on and on. Naruto was on his last nerve. Here was a man that chased for one girl for 30 plus years and that was either in a happy relationship or was moaning for the loss of that relationship and he was hitting on her. Now that she was becoming happy, he wanted to take that away. Okay Jiraiya, I will make you a deal if you shut the up when we get back to the leaf. I will let Tsunade suck you off as you pledge your loyalty to me and be my little errand boy, Naruto said, shocking everyone there. What? Master, you are not throwing me away? Tsunade asked with tears in her eyes. No, I am not throwing you away. If it will shut him the up and become my bitch boy to do what I want, it is worth it, and beside if you do it I will make you younger as a thank you, Naruto said as he rubbed Tsunade's back. Really? You will make me younger if I suck this pervert's once? Tsunade asked. Yes, I will make you younger and I will help you have Dan's kids, I swear, once we get to the leaf and once everything is ready, Naruto said, looking at her. Fine, I will suck you off, Jiraiya. Come, let's get this over with, Tsunade said, walking away from the group as she dragged a dumbfounded Jiraiya with her. It only was 2 minutes later that they came back with Jiraiya with a stupid look on his face and Tsunade looking pissed. That was fast, Naruto stated. The shot a load down my throat right as I put my lips on his small. No wait, that word is only for great big like yours, master. So, as I touched his little, he cummed, Tsunade said, pissed off, giving Naruto a you owe me look. Really, old man? Naruto said, lifting his eyebrow at him. What, so sue me? I have wanted her for years, so I got excited, Jiraiya said as Naruto shakes his head and gives Tsunade a bottle of sake and she chugs it like a boss. Now that my girl's sucked, you put your useless hand on this seal, Naruto said as Jiraiya did it, grabbed on his hand and a bright light surrounds him. After a few moments the light goes away. There stood Jiraiya. For a few seconds he looked around stupidly, but then he opened his pants and yelled. What the, you put a cage on me? Jiraiya yells as Naruto and his girls laugh. Yes, I did. So, you have to come to me and beg to get an action like I had to beg for food because you left me in hell, Naruto said. I had to watch my spy ring, Jiraiya yelled. Talk to Danzo and Orochimaru about how to have a spy ring. One barely leaves the village and the other is on the run from hunter ninjas for years and still have a better network than you, Naruto stated as Jiraiya looks more pissed. Even if that was true, I could not see you, it would have put you in danger from your father's and mine enemies, Jiraiya said. True, it is not like me being a Jinchuriki could have had a seal master say he was just checking on my seal, and if I know how to make sure the fox never got out, Naruto said sarcastically. Jiraiya was dumbfounded and just looked forward. So now if the spy network needs you to watch it, go and find info on Orochimaru. I know he was almost killed, but that snake will come back soon, Naruto said. You cannot order me around. I outrank you for 1-2, I am your godfather, Jiraiya stated. Tsunade be a dear, Naruto said with a sigh. Hey pervert, get master that info, you will get to see my, Tsunade said, bending over showing her off well. Jiraiya takes off from a noise-bleed rocket. Giggling like an moron the whole time. How did the sperm donor and my mother expect me to get through life with him as my godfather? Did they want me to peep on woman or write those books? His bad quality do not outweighed by his good ones, Naruto stated, not liking what his mother and sperm donor were thinking. Let's not think about that now, my king, Hinata said, kissing him, and pushed him down on the wagon and laid down more on him as Hana ordered the dogs to run. You rest and let your wife to be and your concubines take care of everything, Hinata said boldly. You are right, Hinata, Naruto kissing her, you have changed a little since Kurama's training. I feel changed. I will not change who I am deep down, and besides I know you love it when I blush, Hinata said, blushing and looking to the side. Damn, Kurama taught you two to well, Naruto said as he starts to get hard, and Hinata sees this and blushes. Yes, she did, Hinata then kisses Naruto. When they break the kiss, Hinata turns to Hana. Hana, show master how well the training went. Yes, mistress, Hana said as she opened Naruto's pants and lowered his underwear and grabs his and takes it out and starts to give him a hand job until he got hard, then she started to suck him off. Oh, Kami, oh god, Naruto moaned out, putting his hand on her head. How does it feel, my love? Hinata asked him, kissing his neck. Good, I am glad I have you girls, but I want you to suck me, Naruto said, kissing her. I know, love, but you have to wait until we are married until I can touch your under my clan's law, babe, Hinata said, rubbing his and watching Hana bob her head on Naruto's. Oh, she is so good at this, Naruto moaned. I am glad you are enjoying it, but once we are married, I will suck your until I suck your soul out of it, Hinata said in his ear. After Naruto heard this, he cummed hard and a lot. Hana took as much as she could, but some came out of her mouth. Hinata looked at her and gave her the come hither finger, and kissed her, tasting Naruto's cum. That was the hottest thing I have ever seen, Naruto said, wife-eyed. Thank you, Alpha, for the meal, Hana said after breaking the kiss with Hinata, and then Naruto was kissed. Tsunade, feeling left out, pouted, what about me, master? She whined. Naruto smiled and leaned in and kissed her. I may be marrying Hinata and you may be only a concubine, but we will fall in love soon and I will never forget my loved ones, Naruto said, looking into all their eyes. Thank you, master, Tsunade said and hugs Haim. After that, the group just laid back in the wagon as it rolled. They were enjoying the ride when Naruto noticed that a hot spring bath house and a small bar at an edge of a town. What do you say, girls, how about we stay here tonight? Naruto asked. Really, master? You will stop here for us? Tsunade asked. Yes, but no gambling too much or drinking too much, Naruto said to them all. Yes, master. Alpha, Naruto-kun, said all girls, with Shizune saying master along with her mistress. Good, I will meet you girls in the bath in about 3 hours. I am going to see if I can get some info on Orochimaru around here, Naruto said and gave all the girls some money. Why are you looking for info here? Hinata asked. While Jiraiya is a useless godfather and pervert, he is right about getting info at bar and brothels. Give me enough liquor and the right woman or man and the right woman or man for them, I can get you the secrets of the world, Naruto said as the wagon stopped, and they all got out in the wagon and the dogs puff away. Be safe and have fun, but not too much fun, Naruto said as he and the girls go spread ways. Naruto went looking around and did some snooping for info. He was at this for an hour and only found rumors about Orochimaru taking a new body from an ex-sound ninja and some rock ninjas looking for him until her knocked them out. Naruto kept looking for info and rumors until Du decided to go in the hostess bar and see if he can find out anything. As he walked in, he was met with 3 big and scantily clad ladies Naruto has seen. Hello sir, welcome to the honey factory. How may we help you? Said a woman dressed like a geisha girl. I will like a table please, Naruto said. Sure. Will you like a girl? The woman asked. Sure, Naruto said, looking at the other 2 girls. One had red hair and wore glasses, the other had black hair and looked young. Naruto's eyes were drawn to the redhead. Kurama, what do you think? Naruto asked the fox. She could be an Uzumaki, but you need to get closer to get a smell better and use the relative seal, Kurama said to Naruto. I will take both, Naruto said, taking out a large bag of gold and took 5 pieces out. I would also like a room. Of course, sir, she said and took them to the back room. Would that be all, sir? Yes, it will be, Naruto said, and she left as Naruto sat down. The girls tried to sit on Naruto's lap, but Naruto stopped them. What are both of your names? Naruto asked. I am Ra, the younger girl said, looking away. I am Karen, said the redhead. Do you both have family names? Naruto asked. I don't. I was found on the streets when I was a baby, the raised in an orphanage until last year when the madam brought me here, Ra said. I don't know mine, Karen said, lying. Ra, how old are you? Naruto asked Ra. I am 6. I am supposed to be the cleaner girl, Ra said. Karen, do not lie to me. I can tell you are lying, Naruto stated, looking at her. I am not, Karen yelled. Yes, you are my clan. The Uzumaki clan was known clan for feeling people's emotion, Naruto said, shocking Karen. You are a Uzumaki? Karen asked. Yes, my mother was Kushina Uzumaki and my so-called father was Minato Namikaze, Naruto said to her. I am an Uzumaki also, Karen yelled, my mother told me to hide this from the world for safety, Karen stated. She was right to do so. Our clan was hated and sought out, Naruto said as Karen started to cry and hugged Naruto. I have a family, Karen cried out. Naruto looked ready to cry. It is okay, little one. You both are coming back to the Leaf Village with me and my girls and we can be a family, Naruto said as Ra ran at him and tackled him on the chair. They all stayed like that for a few minutes as the girls cried and held him. Naruto just held them and told them it is going to be okay. Okay girls, how about we go and meet my future wife and girls, Naruto said as he looked at them. But how are we going to get out of here? We both have a contract with this place, Karen said. No worries, I will take, Naruto said and made a clone and throw him the bag of gold. Go take care of it, Naruto said to the clone. Right boss, the clone said and took off. You girls go and get your stuff, I will meet you in the front, Naruto stated and walked to the front of the building. Hey boss, I bought their contacts, but to buy them I had to buy all the other girls' contacts also, the clone said and held up the bag. Naruto took the bag and notices that it was a whole lot lighter than when he gave it to them. Oh, for sakes. That bag had almost 1,000 pieces of gold, Naruto yelled and looked in it, and now it only has 2 pieces left, Naruto yelled holding up the 2 gold pieces. Well, after I bought all their contacts it just made sense to buy the place and give the girls a better life and job, then make them homeless and then they may have to come back here for a job, the clone stated. You are so lucky to write about that, Naruto said the thought about what to do. He saw Ra and Karen walk up to him, then 9 other girls. We are here, Naruto-sama, Karen said to him. What are the other girls talking about that you bought this place and their contacts? She asked. My clone thought it would be and I have to agree with him on this, Naruto stated and looked around and then got an idea. Summoning justice, yelled Naruto as he puts his hands on the ground and smoke came out. As the smoke cleared there stood a darker skinned girl with wolf ears and had a maid uniform on and 3 pups beside her. Hello master, how may I help you? Asked the girl and bowed. Think of Lupus Regina Beta from Overlord. Hello Beta. I just bought this place and I need you and your pack to watch over it and run it. I also need one of your clan to go to the Uzumaki shrine and get me another bag of gold, Naruto said to her. That will no problem master as long as we get our payment, Beta said and sent a small pup to the shrine with a poof of smoke. After that Naruto nodded and threw her a scroll. Fine. You can start tomorrow. I have decided to take you and all the girls to a spa for a day of rest and relaxation, Naruto said, and all the girls' eyes widen and sparkle in happiest. Thank you master, all the girls yell and hugs him. Sure. No problem, Naruto said trying to get out from being crushed. Let's go and meet my girls and you all can rest and enjoy the spa, Naruto said, and the group walked to the spa. As they got to the spa, they saw Naruto's girls waiting for him. As his group walks up to the spa, Hinata and the other girls walk up to him. Naruto-kun, what is with the group of girls? Hinata asked him. Naruto told them everything that happened. He told the about Karen and Ra. He also talks about how his clone bought the bar where they all worked and how he planned on keeping it and protecting the girl. He told them he promised the girls a day at the spa. Hinata looked pissed at first then smiled. You are so sweet love, Hinata said and kissed him. Thank you love, Naruto said back to her. Master, here is your bag of gold, Beta said handing him the bag. Thank you, Naruto said and him and all the girls went inside. After the group went inside, Naruto went to the male side and all the girls to the female side. It took Naruto less than 5 minutes to get in and halfway washed up and was about to get into the hot spring by the time the girls started to go in their side. As Naruto heard the girls giggling and having fun, Naruto smiled at this and went back to soaking in the hot spring. Naruto rested with a towel over his eyes for a few minutes and was at peace when he heard male giggling and lifted the towel and got up and put a towel around himself and jumped outside of the fence and saw Jiraiya. What the pervert? Naruto yelled and started to realize Kurama's chakra. Naruto, I know you are mad and pissed right now, Jiraiya said backing away. No, I am pissed from my childhood, but I was going to let it go, and now I see you spying on my girls. Naruto growled out as Hinata, Hana and her dogs growling as Jiraiya and Tsunade jumped to Naruto's side. You bastard. You saw me before, my love and future husband, Hinata said, pissed, raising her hand as her wife ring glowed and Jiraiya fell to the ground in pain. I swear I saw only Tsunade, Jiraiya yelled. Fine, Hinata said, going behind Naruto. Hana and Tsunade, you can have your fun with him, but after Tsunade heal him enough for him to walk and run so he can get me the info I need, Naruto said to them and turned to Jiraiya and grabbed him. This is your last warning, Jiraiya. Next time I see you being a pervert, you will love what makes you a man, Naruto said, and Jiraiya nodded his head like crazy. Then Naruto throwing him to the ground and turning around and walking away, coving Hinata, have fun, girls. We will master Alpha. They both smiled and cracked their fingers, and Hana's dogs licked their lips. All through the night there were screams of pain and sorry. Flash forward next morning. As the sun raised in the sky, Naruto and his group woke you and went to the bar. Naruto told Beta what to do and how everything should be. After he said goodbye and Ra and Karen said goodbye to the girls that were staying at the bar, Naruto and his girls started to walk to the leaf. Master Jiraiya wanted to let you know some info that he found out before he saw us going into the spa and thought he could get a free show of me, Tsunade said after a few minutes of walking. What is it? Naruto asked her. He told me that Orochimaru have taken a new body but is still planning to take the Uchiha's body. Also, Orochimaru knows about Karen here being in Uzumaki and was planning on bringing her to his side, and once he had them both he was going to have the Uchiha impregnate Karen, so when she gave birth the child would have the Uzumaki chakra reserve and the Uchiha Shingen, Tsunade stated, with Karen blushing from having a crouch on Sasuke and Naruto throwing up. Oh, hell no, none of my bloodline will be mixed with that emo bitch boys, Naruto yelled. Hey, do I not have a say in that matter? Karen yelled, shaking her fist at Naruto. You do, but you can't get blood from stone, Naruto stated. What that supposed to mean? Karen asked. Sasuke is either gay or leaning to men, and there is nothing wrong with that, stated Hinata. What? How? I thought he looked at my after he saved me from that bear during the Chunin exams, Karen stated, shocked. Most of our class thought of this after he had all the females draped over him and he did nothing, Hinata said. No matter how much a guy in trying to get revenge, a straight male would still a hard on or go after the girls hanging on you. You can not train hormones to stop so you can get revenge, Naruto stated. I see, stated Karen, looming down. But we do have to figure out a way that we can prevent Sasuke from leaving the village, Naruto stated as he told all the girls about how he saw many different universes thanks to the Mask of Many Worlds. True, if what you saw happens to us we all need to be prepared, Tsunade stated. They all agreed and kept walking as Ra was playing with the Heimaru triplets and was riding on one of their backs. It took them 2 days to get back to the leaf. Flash forward 2 days. Oh, it is good to be back, Hinata said as she holds Ra as she was sleeping. Yay, sure, Naruto said as he was on guard for anything. The group walks to the check-in and checked in after the 2 guards woke up from passing out after seeing Tsunade back. The group then walks to the Hokage Tower. Ra, who woke up after they walked into the village, started to ask questions and wanted to eat something. We will get something after we talk to the old man, Naruto told her. Okay, Ra said loudly, then turned her head and softly said, Daddy. Naruto smiled but said nothing but held her closer. As they got in the tower and walked to the Hokage's office, Naruto could hear whispers of shock that Tsunade was back and that she was with the demon brat. Naruto just kept walking until the group got to the office and just walked in with his secretary trying to stop them. We are back, old man, Naruto said the Hokage as he sees the crazy snake lady being held back by Hinata's sensei teacher Kurenai Yuhi and a new girl that had bandages all over her. Why the not, old man? The crazy snake lady asked. Anko, calm down, Kurenai said. We cannot take her in, Anko. She is not part of the village and is a citizen of another land, the Hokage said behind his deck. What is this all about? Naruto asked. "O Lord Uzumaki," Kurenai said as she saw Naruto, "my friend Anko here wanted to bring this girl she found in the land of sea to bring into the village to stay, and the Hokage said no and will not let Anko stay with little Isaribi here," Kurenai said. "Why is that, old man?" Naruto asked the Hokage. "She can't because she is one of Orochimaru's test subjects and may be brainwashed and many other reasons," the Hokage said strongly. "Sure. If you say so," Naruto said to the Hokage. "How badly do you want her to be here?" Naruto asked Anko. "Really bad. I will do anything. I promised her that she would be safe," Anko said to Naruto. "And what would you do if I said I could save her and get that curse seal off if you?" Naruto asked. "Anything, I swear I will do or be anything you need me to do or be," Anko begged on her knees. "Okay, old man, I invoke the clan protection law," Naruto stated and shocked all of those that know the law. "Naruto, you can't to real right now," the Hokage said. "I am old man. Under that law I can take in anyone I deem worthy of my protection and you can't do shit about it," Naruto stated as he put an Uzumaki badge on Ra and Isaribi. "These two are now part of my clan." "Fine, Naruto," the Hokage said, waving him off as he did. They all heard a voice in the hallway. "Out of my way, bitch," said the voice as the door opened and showed Tsume. "Alpha, you are home," Tsume said and tackled Naruto to the ground and started licking him as the girls giggled at this. "Yes, Tsume, I am home now, please get off of me," Naruto said as Tsume got off. "Sorry, Alpha, but I missed you," Tsume said, looking sad. "I understand," Naruto said, petting her head, then looked at the Hokage. "Anyways, old man, we brought Tsunade back, so now you will step down tomorrow after you tell the village all your crimes," Naruto stated. "Naruto, you can't be serious about that. You know that would possibly ruin the village," the Hokage stated. "Fine, just the crimes against me then," Naruto said, turning to Ra and Isaribi. "Shizune, how about you take these two to eat and shopping?" Naruto said and handed her a small bag of Ryu in them. "Right, come on, girls," Shizune said and walked out of the room with them both. Naruto waited until they closed the door and talked again. "Now you will tell Tsunade all she needs to know and do for tomorrow's amusement and get ready for it," Naruto said as Tsunade went to the Hokage's side and nodded. "And after you are done, have the cat Anbu bring her to the Uzumaki shrine," Naruto said, walking out. The group walked out of the Hokage tower and Naruto turned to Tsume. "So where is Ino?" Naruto asked her. Tsume smiled and said, "Follow me, Alpha." And they did follow her. They walked until they got to the Inuzuka clan compound and they walked through the front gate into the back of the compound. When TGEY got to a small shed that looked run down. "What is this place?" Naruto asked. "This is where Ino is after she bad-mouthed you again," Tsume said and opened the door, revealing Ino with chains on her arms and legs and a ball gag in her mouth. She had a fake pig snout on her. She had a pigtail plug in her and a large dildo going in and out you her. She wore a maid uniform that showed everything off. Naruto smiled. "How did this happen?" Naruto asked. "Well, until about a week ago I was just teaching her and training her to be a better ninja and training her to dress and be a proper lady, but then one day about a week ago." Flashback: a week ago. Tsume was walking down the street to the Yamanaka clan house. As she was about to open it, thanks to the Inuzuka having hearing like a dog, she heard this. "I cannot take it anymore. I will not be that blonde baka's maid," Ino yelled. "You just have to be patient and act like the good maid until your father can use the clan's justice on him and make you the wife of his clan, and then we will have all the power like we would have if you got Sasuke's seed," Ino's mom said. "But mom, I loved Sasuke," Ino whined. "I know, and that is all a mother wants, for her daughters to be happy and loved, but we have to make a bad situation into a good opportunity for our clan," her mother said. "They want to use Alpha. Not going to happen," Tsume thought and knocked on the door. After a few minutes the door opened and out walked Ino's dad. "Oh, hello Tsume, how are you today?" he asked. "I am fine. I am just here to let you know I will be taking Ino for 2 weeks at my clan compound to get her used to the harem hierarchy and how lady and proper ninja should act," Tsume said and smiled. "Okay, I will let her know and send her to you," Inoichi said smiling. Sum walked calmly until she was out of sight and then ran like the wind. As she got to her clan compound, she was met by her dog partner Kuromaru. What is the matter, Sum? Why are you running so fast? Kuromaru asked. I just overheard a play to brainwash Alpha and to control the clans that will be under him, Sum stated as she ran to the bookshelf that they had in the clan library. So, what do you plan on doing about it? Kuromaru asked. I am going to teach them all not to with Alpha or Alpha may just back harder, Sum said with a smile. Flash forward an hour. Ino was thinking to herself as she walked down the streets. She was thinking about how her life sucked now that she had to be Naruto's maid and then to top that she had to deal with the big-tit blushing princess Hinata as his wife. And I hated myself for having to write that down about my favorite Naruto girl and I throw up after writing it, but that would be how her haters see her and I have seen in stories that bash Hinata, which is so sad. Ino had to see the little princess's tits every year at the Academy for Health Ed and Ed class. Ahe then thought about how she talked to her mother and how they wanted to use his power and clan's power to get what they want after she confused her father to rewrite Naruto's brain, so he makes Ino his wife and Hinata the maid. Ino was too busy thinking that she did not notice that she passed the Inuzuka clan's border and as she dozed she was hit by a dart in her neck and her world went blank. Wake up, you blonde bitch, Ino heard as water was thrown on her. What the hell? Ino yelled and looked around her. Shut up, bitch, Sum said standing in front of Ino. She had a maid uniform that had her tits out and had no underwear on, so her was showing. Let me go, you old whore. Just wait until my family and the Hokage hears about this, Ino said screaming. And you just wait until Alpha hears about you and your clan trying to take power from him, Sum said and hit Ino's. How did you know about that? Ino asked shocked. I have my ways. Now as for your punishment, Sum said as she hit a button and a screen turned on and some came on. To punish me you are putting on. Ino said with a mocking tone. This is not. This is your father and mother right now. Thanks, the aphrodisiac I gave them, they will be going at it for hours, Sum said smiling. What? I do not want to see that, Ino said trying to turn away as she sees her dad come all over her mother. Well, you are going to watch this and so much more, and as you watch it this little baby is going to be inside you, Sum said pulling out a large dildo and licked the tip. Ino's eyes widen. That is not little, Ino yelled looking at the 10-inch fake. Really, but it is smaller than Alpha's, Sum said shoving a ball gag in Ino's mouth and went behind Ino and shoved the dildo hard inside Ino's and turns it on. Well, have fun, bitch, Sum said walking outside of the shed and locked it. Flash forward to the day before Naruto's return. It has been a few days since Sum brought Ino to the shed. Right now, Sum is going to see how Ino's training is going with her son Kiba. Mom, do you really need to wear that? Kiba whined that his mother was wearing her maid uniform. Yes, I do, Kiba. This is what a maid wears when not in public. Now stop your bitching and help me, Sum said unlocking the door and opened it. As they opened it, they saw Ino and she was herself on a dildo with on and she had a look that said she had many orgasms and crazy. Mistress? Ino asked as she heard the door opened and looked up and saw Kiba. You bought me, Ino yelled and tackled Kiba and tried to take out his. No, bad girl, Kiba yelled trying to get away. Kiba, stop being a bitch and let her just suck you off, Sum said shaking her head at her son. She knows her son did not like aggressive women and even ran from then, but damn son, a hot girl wants your shut up and enjoys. But remember no in, Sum said to Ino. Because me useless cunt belongs to master and only, he can decided what to do with it, Ino said as she sucked Kiba's. It was about 2 minutes later that Kiba said he was coming and Ino took his out of her mouth and aimed his to the side and jacked him off. As Kiba cummed, he cummed all over the ground. Yes, that was good, Kiba yelled and fell back on the ground. Sum just shook her head at her son and walked to Ino. I brought you something, Sum said as she puts a fake pig snout on her and pushes Ino over and put a butt plug with a on it. Lastly, she put a maid uniform on Ino. Now you are for Alpha, Sum said slapping Ino's. I feel so good right now. Not caring what I look like or seen by anyone but Master, Ino said. Good, your training is complete. Alpha will be so proud of you, Sum said as she kisses Ino's lips. Thank you, mistress, Ino said softly. End of flashback. I see, Naruto said as Sum unlocks her chains. Hello master, Ino said and bowed to him after she got up and stand right. Oh, my what a pig I have, Naruto said rubbing her. Only for you master, Ino said softly trying to control herself. Damn I like your work, Anko said walking up to Sum and Sum thanked Her. Kurenai watched and judged. She knows thing like this happened in clans, but it does not mean she liked it. She was about to say something when Naruto fell to the ground holding his head. Naruto-kun, Naruto-sama, Alpha, Master. All his girls yell and runs to him. I am okay. The fox is going crazy. She wants me to take care of the evil seal on Anko's neck, Naruto said as he got up and the pain went away. What, you can take this seal away? Asked Anko shacking. Yes, I can, but it will be painful, and I need payment, Naruto stated. I will give you anything. I will be your toy if you want. I will be your breeding bitch. I do not care, just take it off, Anko begged on her knees. What do you think, love? Naruto asked Hinata. Hinata looked over Anko and into Anko's eyes. I say we give her a chance, Hinata stated as Anko cried and thanked them both. Okay, Naruto said and took a maid collar out of his bag and started to inscribe another seal on it. I have to put a loyalty seal on this collar to break the seal. Once the collar is put on, the seal will active and it will hurt a lot, Naruto told Anko. I understand my master and will expect the pain if it will free me from Orochimaru's taint, Anko said as Naruto nodded and puts on the collar. After a few moments the loyalty seal activated and Anko fell over in pain and screamed for minutes as Naruto went and held her trying to make her feel better. It took a few minutes with Naruto and Kurenai holding Anko and telling her it will be better. It did get better. All in all, it took about 30 minutes for Anko to stop feeling pain and on her feet. Thank you master, I feel so much better now, Anko said and went to her knees. I am happy that you feel better, Naruto said and petted her head. Naruto, you better take care of my friend and not hurt her, Kurenai said with a look that said don't with me. I will not hurt her, I swear, Naruto said as he petted her like a pet, and she purred. Master, oh, I'm back, said Tsunade said as she ran to him and hugged him. Good. Did it go well? Naruro asked her. Yes, master, very well. The old limp will have no more power soon and I will be Hokage in the morning and you will control the leaf and soon Fire County, then the world will be yours, Tsunade said rubbing her head on his neck. Tomorrow starts a new day and new rule to this world, Naruto said as all his girls cheered at him. That is the chapter. Now I have a favor to ask for anyone that knows how to make a meme with a screenshot. I have two ideas, one is dealing with shoes. The other is dealing with modern feminism. To know the difference between modern feminism and feminism back in the day is quite frankly simple. The feminists from back in the day wanted equal rights and I respect that, but now they complain and bitching about everything that they find is wrong and men are evil and should bow down to them. It's ridiculous. Not every man is out to get you. Most of us just want to live our lives and have a good day, make some money and just relax with a good beer at the end of the day. Now the memes in my mind, one is the "You shall not pass" scene from Lord of the Rings with the Bogger put SJW over it, and with Gandalf you put anime fans then put "You shall not pass" in a bubble. For the second one put Kokura from Darling of the Franxx and put down, face of modern feminism, or, feminism in 2018, over her head, and at the bottom put, scans over friends and doesn't keep word for a cute guy and some. If these are already made or you make, then can you send me I link? Now onto the lists. As I stated at the top of the chapter, I will be adding more spots in the harem as princess wife. These women will be women that rule their lands when Naruto is not there and will be right below Hinata in terms of power in their own land, but if they leave their land they are like concubines until they are back in their land. Hinata will be known as queen wife so everyone know their place. Life has been good for Naruto starting the day after the old Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi stepped down as Hokage and put in Tsunade Senju, who was under Naruto's control, as Hokage. He was getting the respect he was denied all his life, and he could do almost anything. Sometimes he took his girls out on dates. He would have people coming up to him and tried to get in his good graces. He remembered one time he was on a date with Hinata as a girl about their age came up to him and tried to get with him but did not say anything to Hinata. The girl did not even look at her. As the girl kept talking to Naruto without saying a word to Hinata. Hinata lost it and sent the girl to the hospital with bruises and a black eye. Naruto just shook his head at that. He had seen his girls become very protective of him. They would not let him be by himself besides him going to the bathroom. Even though most everything was good, there was one thing that was making him mad, and that was the job he was on now. That job was to protect and spoiled actress. Naruto hated actors and actresses, they pissed him off. They only had two jobs. One was act during filming. The second sign shit and smile in public. That is all, but some got the head so far up their own that they think people owe them stuff or that they know better than everyone else. The bitch kept being a bitch to everyone and looked down on her fans. The thing that sent Naruto off though were when this actress's Yukie Fujika's made fun of the food that they had on the ship. The food was not the best, but Naruto would had let a man his when he was younger and, on the streets, to get some of this food. That is, it you bitch, Naruto yelled and went to slug the bitch in her face but was being held back by Anko and Ino. What do you say, little boy? Yukie asked him. I said that is it. I am going to punish you in your bitching mouth to shut you the hell up, Naruto said walking to her. You can't hit me, I am a girl, Yukie said smugly. Oh, I can. Gender equality bitch. If I can hit a man, I can hit a woman, Naruto said, still trying to get to Yukie, but his girls still held him. Why are you so mad? I just said eating that food was like eating garbage and would not eat it, Yukie stated. You know nothing. Naruto about to swing hit fist. Naruto-kun, stop. Hinata stepped in front of him. Calm down, love, and go to our room with the maids and I will be there soon, Hinata said softly, trying to calm him down. Fine, Naruto growled out as he turns around with Anko and Ino following. Hinata turned to Yukie and looked into her eyes. My husband-to-be lived on the streets and had to eat out of garbage cans when the money the old Hokage gave to him every month. He was charged twice or sometime 3 times the regular price. He was raped and kicked out of places just for him being the Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tails Fox. So, if you ever say anything like that again to my love, I will end you, Hinata said and activated her Byakugan. Yukie was shocked. Not only has she never been talked to like that but also never heard a sad story happening before. She does not show any emotion. Whatever, Yukie said and left. Hinata just shook her head and went to hers in Naruto's room. As she got there, she heard yelling and things being thrown. Who does that bitch think she is? Naruto said as Hinata walks in and saw he was throwing scrolls. Master, please calm down, Ino said as she picked up the scrolls and Anko was trying to rub his shoulders and back. Master, the mistress is here, so please calm down, Anko said. I am sorry, love. I just got so ma. Naruto was cut off by Hinata kissing him. As Hinata pulled away from the kiss, she said, it is okay, love, I understand. So, calm down, please. I am calming down, Naruto said, taking a deep breath. Good, love. So how about you, Anko, like the dirty she is to make you feel even better, Hinata said and shocked everyone. What? Are you sure, love? Naruto asked. Yes, love. Have fun, Hinata said as she sits in a chair on the side of the room and watched them. Naruto and Anko started to make out. Naruto opened Anko's maid uniform and started to suck on her tits. Oh, master, that feels so good, Anko moaned and looked at Hinata, who nodded and still watched. Naruto stood up and took off his pants and outsprung his. Anko stared at it and licked her lips. Suck it, Naruto growled out. Yes, master, Anko said and licked it from the base of his to the tip of his and then take his hole into her mouth. Oh, Yes, Naruto moaned out. Anko bobs her head up and down his shift slowly at first but then starts to go faster. As Hinata watched, she heard Ino moan and looked at her. She saw Ino playing with her and tits. Did I tell you that you could play with yourself? Hinata asked as she slaps Ino's face. I am sorry mistress, I am so horny, Ino moaned out. Fine, you may play with the cunt as you lick me and make me cum, Hinata said as she slid up her dress and panties. Yes mistress, Ino said as she crawled to Hinata and licked her. After a few minutes the whole room was full of moans and the strong smell of Naruto threw Anko on her back and sucked and played with her full and soft tits that felt like a skin pillow. He then fingered her hard. Master, please don't play with me, I need you to me like the I am, Anko moaned. Oh, I will, Naruto said and rubs his on her and. Just as he was about to thrust into Anko, there was a knock on the door. It is okay love, I will get it, Hinata said and stood about and straightens her clothing. After she was the picture of a proper wife to be, she went to the door and opened it. As she did, she was met by Yukie and her. Hello Miss Hyuga. Me and Lady Yukie would like to talk to you and young Lord Uzumaki, asked Sandayu. Now is not a good time, Hinata said politely. Please, this will not take long, Sandayu said going to his knees. If you insist, Hinata said going to the side of the door to let the in. The three of them walk inside the room and were met with the sight of Naruto shoving his into Anko deeply and hard. Oh, yes, take it, Naruto growled out and slapped her tits in. Yes, master, slap me more and harder, Anko begged and Naruto did. Honey, we have guessed, Hinata said going to his side. Naruto looks up and sees Yukie and Sandayu standing at the foot of his bed watching him. As Anko looks also, she becomes tighter and louder. What do you two want? Naruto asked still Anko. Can we talk please Lord Uzumaki? Sandayu asked. Sure, why not? Naruto said as he thrust deep into Anko's cunt and sat down bringing Anko with him. She then started to herself with Naruto's, so what do you need? Can you no stop that so we can talk? Sandayu asked as he blushed with Yukie blushing harder trying to look away but kept looking at Naruto's and Anko's bouncing tits. You are the one that come to me and my wife to be tried to tell you I was busy. So, you only have yourself to blame. So, either speak your piece or get out, Naruto said looking at them then turned to Anko. Beside this likes it when she is being watched being like a $2 whore, Naruto said and slapped Anko's. Oh god yes, watch me being a being by master, Anko moaned cumnig all over and plays with her tits. As you wish sir. As you know I am Sandayu Asama and you know this lady, Sandayu said holding a hand out to Yukie, as Yukie the actresses in reality is Koyuki Kazuhana the rightful heir to the land of snow. Get to your point now. Naruto asked licking Anko's neck and nibbled on her neck. Yes sorry. I told the director that the land of snow had the most beautiful sight that there ever see for his filming. Which is true but the real reason is to restore her to the throne. So, you not only lied and manipulated people but also took out a fake protection contract with the Leaf to get what you want. Naruto asked as he pulls out of Anko who fell on the bed passed out. Naruto walked to them still rock hard and pissed. Yes, I did. Koyuki did not do anything, she has no desire of the throne and I just filed her in after I heard about you from the blonde girl's teammates and sensei, Sandayu said with his head to the floor. Then why the air you here? Naruto asked as he grabbed Ino and face her. I would like to ask you to put Koyuki on the throne as a figurehead, but you will be the power behind the throne. I will even do all the paperwork and all the jobs you do not want to do, Sandayu said. Why would I want more responsibility than I already have? Naruto asked as he looked into Ino's eyes and cummed in her throat. I know you want to rule the world, Sandayu said. Naruto ran to him and grabbed him by the throat and lifted him in the air. How did you know about that? Naruto growled out as his eyes changed to one that looked like fox's eyes. I overheard your maids talking about it, Sandayu said and Naruto dropped him, and Naruto looked at them. Anko woke up just in time to hear Sandayu words was wide-eyed as was Ino. Master, we did not know. We were just talking to each other and Anko started to talk but was cut off by Naruto. How dare you talk about my plans out in public for everyone to hear? Naruto goes to hit her but was stopped by Hinata grabbing his arm. Naruto-kun, that is enough. It was a mistake to talk about the plans out in public, but they did not mean for anyone to hear, Hinata said holding his arm, then turned to the girls. Right, girls? Yes, mistress, we did not mean for Sandayu to hear us, Ino and Anko said bowing to him. Fine, everyone gets out besides Sandayu, Naruto ordered as he was leaning on a deck and the girls got dressed and left with Hinata kissing his cheek. So what do you want? Naruto asked sitting down after the girls left. I want you to take out Kayuki's uncle and put her on the throne, Sandayu said, still on the throne. And what is my payment for me putting her on the throne? Naruto said as he took out a stack of papers and ink, then started to write on them. I will give you all the gold that we can spare and the technology that you find usefully, Sabdayu said, hoping that would please Naruto. I want that and the princess as my wife, Naruto stated without even looking up from the papers. What? But you already had a wife to be? Sandayu asked. I do, and she will always be number one in my life, but if I am to start an empire, I will need people I choose in power of the land I take over to run the show when I am not there. So, if I marry her, I will make her into a princess wife while Hinata will be the queen wife, Naruto stated, still working on the papers. I will let the princess know this, Sandayu said, getting up. Before you let her know about this, give her this, Naruto said, handing him a ring. Will do, Lord Naruto, Sandayu said, leaving. Well, I see you are planning something out, Kurama said to Naruto. Where have you been? Naruto asked. I have been sleeping, Kurama states as she sent pictures of herself in clothing and poses. Right. Anyways, the plan is coming together soon. We will have not only a village under my control but a country also, Naruto said back to her as the door opened and walked his girls. Did the plan work? Hinata asked, rubbing his shoulders. Yes, it did, Naruto said and turned to Anko. Go tell the captain to slow down so the other ships can catch up. Yes, master. What about his payment? Anko asked. Naruto throw a bag of gold to her. There it is, and since you have been a good actress you may blow all the male crew members and lick some as much as you want, Naruto told her. Really, master? Anko asked with stars in her eyes. Yes, but make sure you turn on your STD protection seal, Naruto told her. Yes, master. Thank you, master, Anko said, running out of the room. Naruto just shook his head and turned to Ino. As your two teammates as promised, you will blow Choji, and for the Nara tell him I will not tell his mother about his collation, Naruto said. Yes, master, Ino said and left. I hope this plan of your work, honey, Hinata said, putting her arms around him. I do also. I am just happy they come to us when they did. I would have hated to explain why there are 4 ships filled with metal men landing behind us, Naruto said and kissed Hinata's lips. I just hope what you saw from the mask is what really goes down, Hinata said. The mask of many worlds had shown me the land of snow many times, but I do not know every outcome, so we need to be prepared, Naruto said to her. We will be, love. Now time for you to get some rest. In 2 days we have a fight win, Hinata said, kissing him as they went to bed. Flash forward 2 days. So, what do you think, master? Anko asked, holding on Naruto's leg. She hates the cold. Naruto watched the crew and the land around. They are there. It is just a matter of time. They are waiting for the right time to move. Did the other 2 ships make it, and did the metal men get shipped to the palace? Naruto asked. Yes, the Fire Lord did what you said and sent 75 metal men as a peace offering, Anko said, doing air quotes. Good to see the man is not as useless as I thought, but if he does not quite humping Hinata and you other girls, that man's ball will be put in a vice and squeezed until they pop, Naruto said, hating the self-untitled man with a god complex. Can I do it, please? After that man grabbed Mai and said, how about you come to a real man? I want to rip his ball off. Anko hated that man. Just because she dresses before master does not give guys a right to touch her. Well, maybe dress different and people won't think you are a hooker but a real ninja, Naruto said, watching the trees. You don't have to be so mean, Anko said, doing a pouty face and tears in her eyes. Quite acting up, Naruto said to Anko, is everyone ready? Naruto asked over the radios. My team is ready, master, said Ino as her team with Choji and Shikamaru with their sensei. Good, and also kick your sensei and tell me to stop. My woman he has Kurenai sensei, Naruto said. Yes, master, Ino said, and after a few moments there was a loud yell of a man in pain. Team 2 check in, Naruto order. We are ready, Naruto, Kurenai said back with her leading Hinata and Kiba minds Shino as Naruto took his spot temporarily. Good, and keep chimney stack on a shorter leash next time, Naruto stated. Oh, he will get an earful after this is over with, Kurenai stated as Naruto felt the woman anger in her voice. Good, Naruto said as he brought up the binoculars to see 3 ninjas running to them. Here they come. 3 snow ninjas come out running to them and pulled out kunai. Naruto smiled and activated the metal men in the snow popped up and the ones in the ships came out and all were ready to fight. The 3 snow ninjas tried to stop their running and throw their kunai at the metal men. It just hit them and fell to the ground. Naruto then activated his new metal men. They were smaller but faster than the original. Original metal men look like the rock warriors from Harry Potter in the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The new ones look like crash test dummies with a metal helmet and a sword. The snow ninja did some snow jutsu and brought an avalanche on them. The new metal men throw kunai with bomb tags on them. The bombs go off and stops the avalanche. Not bad, Leaf Ninja, said the leader of the group. We are all right, Naruto said with a smirk. I am Lord Naruto Uzumaki and I was hired by the rightful heir back on the throne, Naruto said with a smile. I am Nadare Rouge and we 3 are here by the order of Dodo Kazuhana to kill the princess and take her key from her, Nadare said as the 3 got ready to fight. As they were about to fight, a large ball of light shot up to the sky. Well, that is over with, Naruto said, wiping his hands together. What does that ball of light mean? Asked the female of the group. Oh, that light means you have 3 choices. 1, you can run back to your boss's castle and see that my metal men have already taken it and will be killing everyone that does not bow to me. 2, you can fight and die right here and right now. 3, you give up and I put a seal on you that makes you loyally to the princess. Your choice, Naruto said as I picked up the smell of 4 horny women. Know what? 5. Really, Kurenai? As Naruto looks at her and she blushes and looks away. The 3 snow ninja look at each other and run away. Well, that was fun. Now onward to the treasure, Naruto said, jumping off the boat and walking to where the treasure was. Flash forward 3 hours. Well, we are here. Put the key in, princess, Naruto said to Princess Koyuki. Koyuki smiled and nodded at him and then put her necklaces into a key port and turned it. After a few moments a loud noise was heard and then steam come off of what was thought to be hills but turned out to be mirrors. The temperature got hotter and winter turned to spring. Koyuki doubled down crying. She remembered her father's words that she held the treasure and how he would bring spring to the land for her. Naruto hugged her and comforted her. It took 15 minutes to get her to calm down and the group walked around. As they walked, Naruto took turns and kissed his girls. Right after Naruto kissed Hinata, he turned to Koyuki. Naruto smiled. Obed, she smiled back. So now that I took out your uncle, this country will need a new leader, Naruto stated to her. Yes, it will, and it will get a great one, Koyuki said and kissed him the passion. And cut. That is a wrap, people, yelled a voice. Naruto and Koyuki looked and saw the director was still filming. So, you were filming us? Naruto asked the director. Yes, and it was wonderful, the director with tears in his eyes. Those metal people, the fighting, the explosions, the romance, the color. Everything was perfect. Hinata. Naruto yells. Yes, Naruto-kun, Hinata said behind him. Koyuki and I are going to the palace to get ready for the inauguration. I want you and the girls to make sure all of the ninja and samurai loyal to her and me, but first and want you and the girls to make sure we get our cut for them filming us. Yes, Naruto-kun, Hinata said and kissed him. Naruto and Koyuki left and went to the palace. Flash forward 1 hour. So, this is the palace? Naruto asked, looking around. Yes, but not the one I remember. My uncle burned to down during his takeover, Koyuki said sadly. It is okay, Koyuki, we will make this place new and will shine like a star that will brighten the future, Naruto said, holding her hand. You're a smooth talker, Koyuki said and kissed him. Naruto was glad he put an anti-depression seal on her ring and an open heart seal on her ring also. As they deepened their kiss, 6 metal men came into the room, each pair held a person between them. Naruto recanted these 3 as the ones he and his group fought at the ship. I see you 3 come back here, Naruto said, looking at them. We will kill you, Nader said, trying to get out of the metal men's hold. Good luck with that in a cell, Naruto said as he signed 4 of the metal men and they left, leaving only the only female of the group there. What is your name? Naruto asked her. You is my name and bite me is my age, the pink-haired girl said. Spunky 1, Naruto said and puts a collar on her and activate it. What is your name? Fubuki Kakuyoku Master, the girl said. Thank you, Naruto said and turned to Koyuki. She is your maid now, use her as you want. Thank you, Lord Husband, Koyuki said and bowed. You should rest. We have busy days coming up soon. You are right, Naruto said and walked to a bedroom and into the bed and fell asleep almost as soon as his head hit the pillow. Flash forward the next morning. Naruto was awakened by the feeling of his being sucked. As he lifted his head and opened his eyes, he saw Koyuki was sucking his. She was dressed in her inauguration kimono. Hinata was on the side of the bed with both of her tits being sucked by Anko, and Ino and her was being fingered by both fast and hard. I see you and these were having fun when I was asleep, my queen, Naruto said as he looks at Hinata. Oh, you know what, they my king, the quiet ones are the ones that are the most kinky, Hinata said as she whipped both Anko and Ino's. When it comes to most, that is true love, Naruto said as he pulled Koyuki up and slapped her. O Lord Husband, please me before I become the leader of this country. It will be so hot to become a queen as my lord's cum is in my and running down my leg, Koyuki begged. Naruto looked to Hinata and she nodded as Anko licks her and Ino still sucking her tits. Naruto stood up and threw Koyuki down on her back and licked her hard and fingers her. Oh Lord, please me. I can't take it anymore, Koyuki begged as she plays with her tits through her kimono. Oh, really? Naruto said as he shoves his deep in her and she starts to bleed. So this is your first time? Yes, Lord. I had to save myself for the next ruler of this land to marry me and rule me in the country, Koyuki said as her back arched as Naruto her hard and fast. Good girl, Naruto said and slapped her and kissed her. Hinata watched her man another woman, but unlike last time, this turned her on so much, knowing that this woman begged her and Naruto to her. It was so hot knowing that woman would beg and pay, even kill, for the right to get by her man that once they were married, she could get whenever she wanted. Just the thought and seeing the leader to be getting made Hinata cum all over Anko's face. Thank you, mistress, for your cum, Anko said, licking her lips. Welcome. Now you two may play with each other. I want to watch me husband to be his new, Hinata said as Anko and Ino kissed and played with each other. Hinata watched as Naruto goes balls deep in the princess and slapped her, treating the new ruler of the land of snow as a $2 hooker. She watched as Naruto comes hard in her and pulls out. How was her love? Hinata asked, crawling to him and kissed him. Good, but I bet yours is even better, Naruto said back and kissed her again. Good answers, love, Hinata said, licking some cum off of Koyuki's. So good. I can't wait to get it from the tap, Hinata said as she gets out of bed and helps Naruto get dressed. I can't wait for us to be married and have children, Naruto said as Hinata goes back to her blushing kid's days and passes out with a smile on her face. Naruto smiled and picked her up and kisses her forehead. Never change, my love, Naruto said to her, and his and Koyuki go to the inauguration of her becoming queen of Land of Snow. Flash forward 2 days. It has been a busy 2 days. After the inauguration and Koyuki was named ruler of the land of snow, she and Naruto went to the R&D department and they saw the airships her uncle was building. Naruto bought one for himself and the clan. He made sure it could get from the land of snow to the Leaf Village in 6 hours. The engineers said the airship would take 6 to 9 months. After that, Naruto and Koyuki had a goodbye, with Naruto covering her in a lot of cum that Hinata, Anko and Ino licked her clean. While Naruto and Koyuki and the girls set things up and had fun, Sandeu was not having fun doing the paperwork to run a country called for. It didn't help that Naruto, Anko and Ino, but worst of all Koyuki, right in front of him as he did the paperwork. The day Naruto and the Leaf Ninja left, Koyuki met them on the pier and not only kissed Naruto goodbye but also kissed the girls goodbye, giving all the men there besides Naruto nosebleeds the rocket them into the water. As they left, Naruto told Koyuki that she should visit soon. To which she said she would to deliver the airship the Naruto, and that Naruto had to build an air pad for the ship to land. Naruto told her he would. Fast forward to the day they got back to the Leaf Village. As the group walked to the gates, they saw the whole village was on high alert, and as soon as they walked into the village they were met by the village's Anbu. Lord Uzumaki, the Hokage, needs to see you right away, a purple-hair female Anbu with a cat mask on. Okay, take us to her, Naruto said, and the Anbu members took him and the group to the Hokage's office. In the Hokage's office, as the group appeared in the Hokage's office, Tsunade saw them and ran to Naruto and hugged him. Master, I am so sorry, but we could not stop him, Tsunade said with tears in her eyes. Who could you not stop? Naruto asked. Sasuke, master. I tried everything I could. I offered him training one-on-one from Kakashi. I offered 3 kunoichi that wanted to be with him to him. I even offered Kiba to him with his mother's blessing, Tsunade stated. What? I can't offer me, Kiba yelled. Kiba, shut up. If you have to take one for the team, you will do it, Naruto said to him. Shut up, dead last. It is not your on the line here, and I mean that quite literally. My is on the line, Kiba said. Hinata hit Kiba on the head, knocking him out. As she shakes her head. So, tell me what happened, Naruto said to Tsunade.